Hello, my friends. Welcome on in. Highs, hellos. Good to have you all out here. Welcome back to the Minecrafts. We're here. We're mining. We're crafting. We're still alive. We're gaming. We're hanging. We're celebrating a lovely Friday. Look at that. Look at that sunshine coming in. There's sunshine. You can actually see it on my face. There's light and blue sky outside. It's amazing. Let's sit inside and play video games. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so good. So good. Hey, Miss May, how we doing? Ye old envelope, hello. Violet Chewy, hi. Beth, what's going on? I'm doing pretty good today. I feel like I've been running around like crazy trying to do everything. And, yeah, it's been, didn't even have time to get into the gym this morning. So, you know, we're just blah, and now it's stream time.
And friends, fWhip heart.
Country Bell, thank you so much for the biddies. I appreciate that. Thank you. Have fun running your errands. Super cool. But all good. Legolius, thank you for the 65 months, my dude. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Good luck on the second stack. Look at that sunshine. I know, it's amazing. Charlie, how we doing? Dropped my phone in water. Having a weird day. Smiley face. Yeah, that's a rough one. I'm sorry, dude. That is rough. Lulu Goblin, how we doing? Hello. How we doing, everybody? Welcome on in. Tell you what's going on. I was about to watch a movie, but that can wait. Exactly. There's Minecraft to be played. How are you? I'm doing pretty good today. But yeah, again, I feel like I'm going crazy. Doing all the different stuff and things and blah, and I just somehow an hour disappeared and I was like, oh, it's time for stream. All right, I guess we're streaming now. How are the squats today? Still going fine. I did like a big full body workout on Tuesday that was a lot of like cleans and squats and stuff like that. So Wednesday was rough just because my legs were pretty sore, but no, we're fine now. This year has felt so busy already. I feel like thankfully it has been too busy for me, but that's also because I haven't uploaded a video yet. So yeah, Minecraft is still alive. I know, Minecraft is still alive. Can y'all believe it? It survived. It was not instantly killed by the Minecraft killer. It's still here. It didn't get deleted. She just needed me to squish a box. Hey, you know, sometimes you just gotta be the box squisher of the house. It's a requirement. Happy to be back to Minecraft streams. Hytale was good, but Minecraft remains the best. Yeah, I was kind of splitting my time yesterday. Just still playing Hytale. I got up to get full thorium, and I have all the cobalt I need to get up to full cobalt, but I don't know which is better. I think you kind of pick one of the two. So I have those guys already, and I haven't been doing much building. I've actually started doing a little bit of building outside the house in the Hytale world. That just kind of casually recording stuff as it goes. Yeah, it's been good. Your 108th video, you say, I can't say it on stream, but yeah, I guess. My Wi-Fi is so doo-doo, forced to watch at 160p. Oh no, you got like 2 pixels over there. Well, this whole time that I've been in here I've been staring at that. No, I have not. I've been staring at that. I've been staring at the gold farm for a little while today. Just trying to get a few gold bits gathered up, ready to go here. And it still works even with the mob switch enabled in the world. So I'm gonna actually end this gold farming 114. So before we get to the Nether Hub, we actually have something else that we need to do today that we haven't done for a while, and it's because it's not my favorite thing to do, but it is necessary for the video I'm working on currently. I need sherds, and I need specifically the shelter sherd, which is the oh my god. Why? Please tell me that's not syncing to this portal now. Hopefully. Okay, that's all new. Okay. Those are all new. Good. Okay, so that did work. That just needs so much time to process through all the gold because my storage system is absolute crap. But I'll deal with that later. I don't need the gold right now. Sherds, we doing archaeology today? Yeah, specifically, I need the shelter one, which drops at Warm Ocean Ruins. So we need to go to the Warm Ocean Ruins and see what we can find. It's going to be super fun. Not interiors today. No. We've done enough chaos of interiors, but y'all can click the like button still. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Click the like button for Minecraft being back. Woo, Minecraft! Also, just to give a point of reference for what is going to be dug in the Nether, I'm super excited about this. This morning, part of why my day was so crazy is I made the light manica for all of the Nether Hub stuff, and it looks like that. So the Nether City light matica is completely in the world now, and look how amazing this is. We don't have much to dig at all. Look at how much I don't have to dig. There's like a little bit in there, maybe. We got to do a little down there. We got to bring the floor down. We got to remove this whole thing. We got to remove all this whole island in the middle. That's all got to go. But I mean, y'all have seen this. We've worked in this in creative. We got a lot of digging to do over here. This is the part that's going to suck. We got to take out big forest, and this whole thing's got to get moved back like all the way to here and out. So that's going to suck. But we'll get there when we get there. We'll come back for that later. As first, I need sherds. I need to go get my brushies. Also, ooh, I didn't put this stuff away. You all might get early spoilers. So you better click the like button because you're about to get early spoilers. I can't help it. Actually, maybe I can. If I can just look down. No, you're definitely... Aha, I'm using the chat to block it. But I also need my... I'm dropping all of this off. All that goes in here. All that goes in there. That goes in there. Terracotta. The dripstone can go in there. Granite also goes in there. Brick in there. I spent randomly yesterday. I don't really know why I did it yesterday, but I was just kind of like, I want to do something else for a bit. I spent a good chunk of time yesterday just going around the city, spawn-proofing everything. Oh, the sun's coming up. Lovely. So, actually, most of Path on the inside, I think we're going to have to do another round of it at some point, but most of the inside of the city of Path is now spawn-proof, which is kind of cool. And I use glow lichen for 99% of it, so that I could not have like bright light sources all over the place. So I'm pretty happy about that. Turned out fairly well. Inside of here we have this box, which has got 3 brushies. None are enchanted. We don't need that disc on us. I suggest not opening any loot chests in the open ruins until you're able to update to 1.21 and 1.11. Nautilus armor hunt is rough. Good to know. Okay. Now we go into the Nether. We've got an adventure to go on. We got brushy to do. Currently building my starter house while watching your stream. Would you say start off small, then build big? I mean, yes. That is natural way. Mining and crafting in one stream. We are spoiled. Hey, Excalibur, how we doing? Lefty Jason, what's going on? Super Taco, hello. I missed the tacos, I'm sorry. Maybe you can hunt for sherds for my pottery shop. Oh, so I'd only have something else to do. I'm so limited on time. There's a lot of sherds that I have in there. I just I think I used them. That's why I don't have them. So I think I gave them to somebody for their interior. But I have like 3 or 4 of each sherd, except shelter. I don't have a single shelter sherd. And of course, I want the one with the tree on it. Okay, where do we want to attempt? I doubt I've done any of the ruins out here, but we probably have. We probably want to get like out that way because there's lukewarm ocean. So let's go out there and see what we can find. What are we doing? We're doing some brushy. I need sherds. I need pottery sherds. So we'll see how much we can do. I want to give it like 30 or 40 minutes and then see where it's going to go. If we see any in here, we'll scope them out. That's coral. Coral. Oh, you know what? I am going to turn gamma up. That makes it way easier to see underwater. Coral. Do we get any ocean ruins out here? I feel like ocean ruins are like kind of hard to spot, in my opinion. Maybe that's kind of designed so you go by boat so you see them when you're moving around. Oh, there's sunken ship. That doesn't have anything we need though. Oh, here's one. Nope, that's coral. Just kidding. Who at Minecraft, when do you know, let's call them sherds, not shards? WRB memes, look up what a sherd is by definition, and then tell me if it should be a sherd or a shard. Because maybe that means somebody at Minecraft did their research. And actually, you know, used the correct term for what it should be. So instead of just making fun of somebody, you should probably check things instead of just saying, haha, that's a funny word. Just saying. Would you use chunk base for it, or is it too cheaty? I don't like using chunk base too much. If it takes forever, then I will. But if we're like 30 minutes short of...
New tree fWhip.
Mr. Flamel, thank you for the 1 year. Look at that big old full-grown tree on you. Looking lovely. You see you've been taking good care of it. I see one. Please, 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 please. Where's brushy? Brushy, 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 brushy. And a sherd to start off the... It's a hoe. I'll get it out anyways. We got one sherd? Is it already? No, it's the angler. Gold nugget. Stupid nugget. Any other? Oh, there's another one. An emerald. We don't need that, and we don't need that. Okay. Are there only like 4 or 5 of these typically? Right? Hello? Not taking visitors right now. Thank you. What are we looking for? I am looking for... Well, we'll collect any sherd, but I'm specifically after 4... Unfortunately, 4 of the... It's the one with the tree on it. Shelter. If we can even find 2, I will suffice for 2. I have... Technically, I really only need... No, I do need 4. No, that side's not covered. So whether we do this all on stream, I won't force y'all to be here for the entirety of... Oh my god, hello world load. I won't force y'all to be here. Okay, so we're generating new chunks, so that's for sure means we're in the fresh. Fresh. We'll see what we can find. Ocean looks so majestic. I really do like warm oceans. This coral reef is just gigantic. This is like what this is probably the largest coral reef I've ever found. And like I know some people have like sent screenshots of just gigantic ones, but this is, to me, like this is the largest one I have personally ever found in a world. There's another boat. Anything in here? Right, can't see anything. Just kidding. A dolphin. Look how cute he is. Can't see anything in there. The bummer part is these can only be found in warm ocean. So we're kind of just playing a little bit of a game of I Spy. I don't really care about too much for the shipwrecks. We don't really need those. We probably passed by so many of them. Like ocean ruins. I just have such a hard time spotting them. Wonder if we can do like a little... Where was that one that we did find? Thought he was up here. This is probably also cheeky. I was gonna say, if we can find that one that... Next time we find one, let's look at what it looks like on the map and see if we can use that maybe to spot some others. Hey, Mean Wolf, welcome on in. There's a geode. Not quite what we're looking for. We found a lot of boats. There's a ton of sunken ships out here. Might not be the worst to go get... Well, I guess buried treasure we don't want to be getting right now. You said don't open any of the chests. Zeros world map is the mod for the map. Locked on target. Dive, 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 dive. This is a big one. Probably going to find some drowned out here. Something tells me there's going to be a few of them. Brushy, 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 brushy. No, I don't want an axe. I didn't axe for that. Sherd. Please. No, it's angler again. We're 2 for 2 on angler. Unfortunately, I'm so broke right now that I will happily take emeralds. What's new in the world? In this, I've been doing a lot of building in the city. I'm working on... Next week's video is actually already uploaded and ready to go. So that'll be out when I'm gone next week. And I got a short ready to go for next Saturday. And I have a second channel video ready to go for next Friday. So even though I'm out on vacation next week, y'all got 3 videos coming. So don't say I didn't do nothing for you. That was a hidden one right there. That's a coal. I want coal. Hey, Potato, how are we doing? And I think I might have a short going out this weekend. Found out something cool in Hightail. I found a really cool mod that I want to showcase in a little short. So you'll see a Hightail short coming out soon. I just need to figure out if we're going to get it done before I leave or not. Speaking of which, I need to open up Discord and make sure it's... Okay. Yeah, it looks like Caesar said he's going to work on it today. That's what the whiskey arm is for. We got one! Yes! Okay, 3 to go. And I'm drowning. Let's get back up to the surface. We need 3 more of this guy. There's a baby. There's a child coming at me. Okay. They do exist. We can, in fact, confirm that they exist. There's hope. You copy sherds? Nope. That is why they're so painful. If you could copy sherds, that would be a game changer, dude. I would love that. Is there gonna be one under? There was. Oh, dude, I was like, this seems like a bait. Oh, we've been missing so many, probably.
Pleased to meet you.
1 down, 3 more that will hopefully be nearby.
Waffle, thank you for the 8 months, my dude. I really appreciate you. Oh my god, did y'all see Tanisha's clip where she almost died in hardcore? Tanisha popped a totem in our hardcore world due to one of those. Any others in the middle here? It doesn't look like it. All right, we've checked that house. Haven't seen that yet. Yeah, she got like really unlucky on tick timing, but it was a legit one. And then she had a mod that made some visuals be a little glitchy that made it so she was stuck under something for longer. I think it happened on Monday, but it's a good clip. I don't want to spoil it. Y'all should definitely go show Tanisha some support. She's a really cool content creator.
Pleased to meet you.
But oof, I'll be freaking out, man.
The stream for good luck for the rest of the sherds.
A sniffer egg, dude. We're so lucky today. We got a sherd and a sniffer egg. Cosmic Meadow, thank you for the 47 months at tier 2. Almost a brand new tree for you. Thank you for the luck. We're gonna need it. Trying to figure out why my headphones won't work. Hell Infinity, please stop spamming. And Benjamin, don't spam. You both will be banned if you don't stop with the spammy spam. Appreciate it. Thank you. I love my underwater wheat. Yeah, I think Lumber and WoW watching the stream. I forgot WoW is Lumber now. Also, I know I'm using an axe to chop these. I would like to not waste or not accidentally break the sand by digging too fast. Anything else in here? Have we done all of the house? I feel like maybe we haven't done this one. Did we? Let's just do a quick check on it. Yeah, I guess I did. No, I missed one. Okay, just one sherd so far. Missed another one. You've been watching Fallout? I watched half of the first season with my wife, and then she wasn't super into it, so we stopped, and I just haven't picked it back up again, I'll be honest. I feel like the other part is I'm not like a huge Fallout fan. Like, I've just never really enjoyed the games.
Pleased to meet you.
Hey fWhip. Finally I'm able to get a stream. Happy 2026.
Beatrice, thank you for the 29 months. Hope you're doing well today. Welcome on in. Hey, thanks for banning them. I was about to do it myself. I saw them tell somebody to shut up, and I was like, not in my chat. Only I get to tell people to shut up here. And the moderators by banning people, but they don't actually get to say shut up. They just get to silently. Boop. Oh, I never knew there was a chest in the middle. I'm not seeing any sandstone around these. Dude, oh wait, I'm actually seeing a lot of sandstone. It was suspicious sand. And then I lied. There was one. Second season is really good, but I can see how it's not for everyone. Yeah, I didn't hate it. I thought the first few episodes were good. And then we got to the episode where they're like going into the like swampy water and there's like the big monster in there. I don't remember which episode that is, but and we kind of for some reason just like stopped at that one. And said was like, I'm not really into this, and creepy looking monster thing.
Pleased to meet you.
Hi fWhip, I finally made a stream. Woo. I've been
Dude, everybody's
sleeping
been
through
back.
the last few.
Everybody's back today. Ross, thank you for the 1 year. Lovely to have you. Hopefully that means you've been able to catch up on some sleep at least. What are we doing right now? We are hunting for sherds. We need 3 more shelter sherds. Unfortunately, we've gotten 3 angler and 1 shelter. If it takes us more than another 30 minutes, we will we'll just head to the nether hub and see what we can do out there. Then I'll come back and do this later. Sparkling orange or peach? I'm actually drinking the sparkling orange today. It's pretty good. I've had it before though. It's not super new. Dude, it's like, it's warm today. It's too warm for a blankie. It's actually because my window is closed. That would be it. There's so many shipwrecks in a Minecraft world and nobody to drive the ships. You don't really drive a ship, do you? Captain the ship. Where the heck are some ocean ruins? I feel like they're harder to spot here because you have the sea pickles also lighting up the bottom. Or in cold oceans, you just look for light sources and you're there. Hatching Pokemon eggs, so you just running in a circle. Ooh, found one. Looks like a hoe. Sad. Looks like wheat. Two trident boys. Can I get a trident? I only have like 300 in this world. Nope. Oh, I wanted another free trident that I wasn't going to use. Another wheat. I think this is faster to get breath than going all the way up to the surface again.
Keep it real.
Do you remember what your Minecraft YouTube channel was at the beginning and how you kept motivation to keep going?
Rogue, thanks for the dono. I remember pretty loosely how it was. I think a thing for me. Ooh. No, we got Snort. I mean, Snort's pretty cool. We got Sniffer. Yeah, I mean, when I got started, it was very much for a hobby. And a big part that was like the driving force for me was that when I first got started, I was kind of using Minecraft as a way to experiment with 3D art. And to be honest, with the goal of getting into the gaming industry. So YouTube wasn't really the goal. It was kind of a little bit of just like a learning thing. And then in reality, I found out after the fact I was going about it the complete worst way possible. But, you know, it worked out well. But a lot of what I was looking for and going for was for that side. And also, I really hated my job at the time. Well, actually, I didn't really have a direction that I was going for when I was in college. That was when I actually started my channel. So I was kind of doing it just out of I don't really know what else I want to do. So let's make some Minecraft videos because some people told me I could be good at it, so let's go check it out. And so I did that, and that's kind of really how I got started on it. And then when I got out of college, I was still then very much at the point of being like, I did not like my first job that I had. It was a rough work environment. Hours were terrible. Perfect storm. All of that. And so I was really, and I was on night shifts. So, you know, add every worst thing you could get in there. For what I was looking for in a job, it was all the exact opposite. So Minecraft and making videos for me honestly came as like a break from that. And the job I had was I did database management for Xbox, and it was just not a great work environment for me, for what I was wanting to get into. So I used a lot of that downtime because I was on night shifts. And so, ooh, we got another one. Yay, we got two. But with being on night shifts, player count across the world was down. So servers didn't typically crash at nighttime unless a new FIFA game was out and people are up 24/7. So there wasn't a whole lot that I did. So I used a lot of that time that I was just not happy at work trying to research for my channel and all that. And so it kind of became this thing that I really, really loved. That was like an art style of that. And it was like a way that I was like sharing my art with people, I guess. And then it was also a break and a bit of a distraction from a work environment I did not like. So that kind of helped keep a lot of the motivation going. And then even when I was at my next job after that, oh, we got a snort. But even after I went to my next job, it was still something that I was good at, but I didn't love. And so that kind of was like the hobby with the potential to turn into a job was really what kind of kept Minecraft going for me for a long time. And also I needed a distraction from a lot of the work things and stuff that I really did not like, and channeled that into making builds in Minecraft and whatnot. What can be found in those chests? Nautilus armor is the big one, and as long as I don't open them now, their loot table is not set. So if I come back when I go to 0.11 amounts of mayhem update, which I haven't done yet, I can get the Nautilus armor potentially out of them, because apparently that grind is pretty rough. Yeah, like the stream, friends, because we got a sniffer egg. Yeah, I think the big thing with keeping motivation to run a YouTube channel, especially in the early days, is I found for me the stuff that really helped was kind of doing it as a hobby because you want it to be a hobby, not because you want it to be a job. Like, I think that would summarize up a lot of what I had, because I wasn't even thinking realistically about Minecraft turning into it, like YouTube turning into a job for me, until it was making a good amount of money, where I was like, oh, this could, like, there's a chance. I think that's another. Yes, we got 3. We only need 1 more right here. That's another sherd. We're gonna get it. It's gonna be this one. It's not. It could be. It is. Yeah, 2 in a row. Oh, we're done. That was all we needed. We needed 4, and we've got ourselves 4. Nice, dude. Poggers in the chat, or uwus in the chat, whatever you want to throw in there. That's a pretty good run. Pretty good little sherd run right there. Didn't even go through 1 brush. I brought 3. Do people pog anymore? Is poggers like last year? Or probably that was 2024. If you survive in the world until you die IRL, will you pass down the hardcore world to your kids? Dude, if I survive in this until I die IRL, hopefully that's 1, not for many, many, many years. Well, let's not talk about that. And 2, would you be playing like full-on VR Minecraft, like put on a helmet, teleport inside the game type vibe at that point? So 2024. Thought poggers was 2010s. Is it really that old? Oh, man. Guys, that moon looks pretty big. No. Wrong world. Wrong server. $2021. Mm-hmm. In general, I wouldn't share my password with my children, not even Minecraft. Well, I could just give them the world. They would drop them in the world, no armor, no tools. This is yours now. Be like Grandpa from Stardew Valley. I'm gifting this to you on my last dying breath, and I've completely ruined it in the last few years and not maintained it at all. If I gave this to you probably when I stopped working it, I would be much happier and it would be better, but...
Haven't you heard? Minecraft is already a relic of the past and morally outdated thanks to Hightail Mandalinder. We're already playing a retro game.
True. Mandolin, thank you for the biddies. So true. Yeah, I'm playing a dead game right now. It's so true. God, dude, I've had so many Hightail just absolute haters coming in because I've like given honest takes about the game. I don't feel like I've even like ripped into the game. I feel like all I've done is give like pretty honest takes that I have for the game. And I've had some just absolute Hightail haters just screaming at me. Like, what do y'all do with your day? Like, is this how you spend your day? Because that's a lot. We're going to put that in there and I'll put those in there. Still my favorite has been, I think I mentioned it on stream on Wednesday, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe that happened yesterday. I can't remember. But still my favorite is saying somebody, of course you would rate this a 5 out of 5. You obviously just can't play a game with any grinding in it. And I just like, I'm like, you've never seen one of my videos. Like you have no idea who I am. You just saw me make a post and you replied to it. But good job, buddy. That one got me. That was pretty funny. All right, see, I have plenty of sherds. I just didn't have any shelter sherds. If anything, I hope Hightail does well and will force Microsoft up their game. At least I hope. I think Minecraft is going to learn a lot from Hightail. I've seen a lot of the Minecraft devs have been playing it, so I mean that's obviously good signs right there. But I also don't want Minecraft at the same point. Like, I think it's bad for Minecraft if they go, ooh, Hightail is big and successful. What are they doing that we're not? Let's copy those things. Like, if Minecraft does that, I think that's bad for Minecraft. I think Hightail needs to have its own wins that Minecraft does not copy at all. Okay, so we're gonna need 4 of these guys, and I think this puts it in the front. It does. Yay, we need shelter. And then we'll put our bricks back in there. Okay, this is your spoiler for now. And if I place this right here, yeah. Oh, I forgot to put the base on these guys. Like, I know the answer to this because it's the internet, but why does Minecraft and Hightail have to be enemies? Yeah, that's the big question in the room that people can't seem to answer. There's the amount of people that are just like, no, I can only pick one. And if you pick the one other than me, you're also my enemy. Calm down, Anakin. We see nothing? Great, good to know. Okay, we didn't want to start that anyways. All right, let me change the file path real quick. Okie dokie. I tell my opinion we'll have a lot less players in like 3 months. We'll maintain a smaller, supportive, local, loving community forever. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a bigger. I think it'll be bigger than Vintage Story, but I don't see it being bigger than Minecraft. I think it's gonna be one where they're gonna release an update every once in a while that's gonna have a new dimension or a new combat, a new boss to fight, something like that, and players are gonna flock there for a few weeks, and then they're all gonna dip. And that's not bad. That's, I feel like Hytale is going to be even more of a seasonal game. Like, I feel like it's the 2-week Minecraft phase players are going to be the ones who are saying Hytale's amazing, it's the best thing ever, and then it's going to be the 3-week Hytale phase. Minecraft is one of the biggest games of all time. No, it is the biggest game of all time. Minecraft has the most copies sold of any video game and now even board game in the entire world. Tetris will still be bigger than either. Nope, Minecraft passed Tetris. List of most popular games of all time. List of best. Yeah. Minecraft is, at least according to Wikipedia, is #1 with 350 million sales of the game. Grand Theft Auto 5 is second with 220 million. And then Wii Sports is down at 82.9 million. Red Dead Redemption 2 is at 79 million. Terraria is at 64 million. I don't see Tetris on here. List of most popular games. I don't know if that has any accuracy. Yeah. This other list I found is outdated by a bit, but it's saying Tetris was at 100 million when Minecraft was at 238 million and GTA was at 165 million. So that's like a good bit old. Oh, but this other list says that Tetris, if you include all versions across the entire franchise, is 520 million copies sold. So Tetris, technically, if you include all the different franchisees of what they've sold out there, then I guess that is still #1 by 150 or 170 million units. But who knows what that means franchise-wise, if that includes like the Tetris Battle Royales that come for free on the Switch or whatever. Did fWhip change his camera border? Have I never noticed that it looks like that now? I changed it when I moved over to Meld, so it's since we left Streamlabs, what, 2 months ago? Month and a half ago? So, yeah. Okay, we are done with the mob switch in here, which is great. And I did add another few villagers after what we had done previously. So, actually, before we do anything, we should probably cover it. I don't think I have glass on me, though. Yeah, we definitely want to cover that. No part of me wants to fall into this pit, so I'm gonna just... Mosh pit time. Ain't no way you ever seen me jumping in there unless I absolutely have to. We're 6 short. Of course we are. I don't think I even have my glass in here. I don't. I left it somewhere else. Well, I know where it is. It's on the overworld. Do I have glass in any other boxes? Even just a temporary little bit of glass. Nope, we'll go grab it. Okay, fine. Falling into that with elytra would be game over. Falling into that, I think, with even... Yeah, with elytra, you're definitely dead. But I think even a chest plate would be close. Depends how quick they can register hits on you. Because I thought Minecraft has like a delay between how quick you can be hit by something. Like how quick you can be hit a second time. Maybe that's just in PvP. I know it happens with arrows though. I'm still playing Bedrock on console. Hightail feels like a fever dream of content creation. Yeah, if you can't get a... That was yellow in there, right? I don't know. Let's bring the whole box. Hightail feels more like adventure mode, which is an afterthought for Minecraft. Yeah, Hightail definitely... I mean, they had a new update that came out today that added dinosaurs and whatnot. So, you know that, for those who watched the stream on Wednesday, we had that cave biome that we found with, like, all the big trees and whatnot underground. That was super cool, but, like, didn't have much to it. Turns out if we found that today, it would have been full of dinosaurs. So, if we went there today... Instead of, how are you here? You're not supposed to be here. I've decided that the reason why ghasts are able to spawn is they spawn when we instant tick into this area. And because those guys are not in the original chunk that gets loaded in, a mob has a few ticks to spawn while the chunks load in. Yeah, there's supposed to be a new update coming out today for Hightail that adds dinosaurs and whatnot. Okay. We can always just break these 4 glass pieces and send more guys in later if we need to. But for now, they're gonna all stay in there like that. And we're gonna leave this entire platform here in the middle for now too. You know what I also forgot? I'm now realizing we didn't get any shulker boxes. I don't do nether clearing often, so I like to keep everything. Would you ever get Mog and Scar and Gem to come back for an updated tour? Potentially. I feel like I like to get different people in for tours. So potentially invite them or potentially reach out to some other people. Get some others in here. And I always love hanging with those 3, so that's an easy win, and I know it'd be a fun stream. So yeah, I don't know. Could be fun to invite them again, but also would be down to bring in some other new people. And I like having different folks come in because I can get different perspectives and things on it. Love to see Lizzie. That could be fun. We're probably going to need more than 5 boxes, but we'll take that for now. Maybe some of the Skyblock Kingdoms people next time. I don't know too many of them, to be honest. Well, I guess I do now because Drift and Scott and Shelby joined. But outside of Avid, I've only ever raided some of them, so I like briefly know of them, but... I reached out to B-Dubs actually for the last one to see if he wanted to join too, and I never heard back from him, so... Maybe next time. He is insanely hard to get a hold of, I've realized. Like, B-Dubs, I think, is just a very, very busy person. Because I get maybe... If I reach out to him, I get maybe a response like every 3rd time I reach out to him, so... Alright. We are just going to start with eliminating this entire island here down to lava level. And then see where it goes from there. I think from what I've heard from like Gem and all them who interact with him on a regular basis, if he's not like actively at his computer working, he's with his family and not doing anything at all, which respect. This is a lot of gravel, actually. This will be nice. Finally caught a stream. Welcome in, Sages. How much fire resistance are you going to need for this project? Probably not too much. I actually don't have any on my hotbar even, so I might want to change that, but yeah, we're fine. The real annoying thing is going to be filling in, because I want to drain all of this down to another block below, and then I want to fill it all in with lava. And that is going to suck. Because that is a source block every single time. Lava does not work like water. And where you can merge source blocks. So, thankfully we have a crazy lava farm. So I can get a lot of lava easily. So we don't have to like drain another area of the world. We can actually use the lava farm that I built ages ago. But it's still going to be annoying as heck. I'll turn this up to be brighter for y'all. It's so nice in here without having any gas. It's amazing how much easier it is to destroy this biome. How's it going? It's going pretty good, Smiles. How we doing? Have you made any changes in your recording video format in the last few episodes? For some reason, your new episodes flicker on my tablet. Mostly my tablet problems, but seems... check what video quality you are viewing in, because we did start uploading in 4K. So if you're defaulting to 4K video quality,
Pleased to meet you.
it could be that. But that doesn't sound like a me
fWhip
problem
smart.
at all,
How's it
unfortunately. That would be how your thing is interacting with it, so. Because you can still watch in lower quality versions. Roz, thank you so much for the 22 months, my dude. As a mega fan, I really appreciate you. Hope you're doing well today. It's hanging. Back in the Minecrafting worlds, you know. Isn't filling the nether with lava like filling the ocean with water? Well, yeah, but I don't want it to look like it's non-complete source blocks. It'll look so much better if we actually like fill it in flat across. We're gonna need more shulker boxes. I don't know why I only grabbed 5. I was like, 5? Yeah, that's easy, dude. It's totally fine. Can't believe how many years I've been watching and haven't ever been in a stream. Hennedy, welcome on in. Sure, time zones and stuff make it tough for some folks, but I appreciate everybody who does stop by, even if it's just for a few minutes. But never feel pressured to make it to every single one of them. When are your next videos? I put a YouTube post out yesterday if you didn't catch it, but video will be next Thursday. And now the option to begin with, or what? What did I miss? In world creation settings, you actually turn on a setting that makes lava act like water. Yeah, you can do that. That's true. Yeah, we've changed some game rules, but I feel like that one I don't really want to change. I feel like that could cause a lot of potential unforeseen problems. If you could lock that to just the nether, that could be kind of cool. I wonder if there was a way to do that on game rules on a dimension level. I'm so fast. I'm so fast. I'm so freaking fast, dude. I'm so fast. Oh my god, I'm so... Okay, we're slow. Not a video, just community post. Yeah, I posted a stupid little short yesterday just because I thought it was really funny. And then yeah, we threw up there's a YouTube channel post yesterday too. Next Thursday. Yeah, next Thursday will be the first video back, and then the next one after that will be sometime in February. I'm going on vacation tomorrow. Or as the people say, I'm going on holiday. Bro, we were talking about what time we need to be up in the morning to get to the airport. I have to be up at like 4 a.m. It's gonna be so sad. I'm so not excited for it. My mom's doing it the right way. I'm going with my family on a trip, and my mom was like, yeah, I'm just gonna get a hotel next to the airport for how early the flight is. So she's got like some like a Holiday Inn or something like that for a single night tonight. She's like, yeah, that gives me an extra 2 hours to sleep in the morning. I was like, I get you. That's a good call. Like, you go, mom. Next Thursday, I have to have surgery. Ooh, I'm sorry. There'll be a video for you when you feel like you are back up and need something to watch while you recover. Hello, thank you for announcing your presence.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nova, do you want to say hello? Come here. You want to say hello? You want to say hello? Come here. You on the microphone? Yes, hello. This is Nova, everybody. You want to... Oh, bro. You got both of them. They're a rare sighting. Yeah, run away. Coda. You were about to do it. Do it. Do it. Where's your howl?
No.
Oh.
She doesn't perform for free.
You don't perform for free? Mom will go give you a snack if you do.
No, I won't.
No fun. Okay, bye. Your shadow. Yummy. I had beverage. I don't know if you heard any of their howls, but they were trying. You just kiss the dog? You don't kiss your dogs? All dogs deserve loves. Tell me any dog owner out here that has not given their dog a kiss. Tell me any dog owner out here who has never given their dog a kiss. I'll wait. I was in Cancun last week. The airport there was an absolute nightmare. I haven't been to Cancun in forever. I went once with my dad when I was younger, but I really want to go to Cozumel at some point. That little island off the coast. That would be cool. I know it's really big for diving and whatnot. I don't have a dive license or anything, but ooh, a piece of candy. Wow, a sweet little treat for me. Wow, that's a little sweet treat right there. One of yours loves kissing noses. Nova's the type of dog that if we ever have like somebody watching them and they always send like update pictures, within a few hours, Nova will be like laying right next to them, like her face as close as it possibly can be to the person's face. And then Koda will be like over in the corner just chilling, being like, I'm here too, but like don't touch me. But Nova would happily just stare into somebody's soul all day, as long as you're staring back at her and like petting her. She would that's like her perfect life. Artifacts, if you want to do something like that, 1, reach out to my business email. 2, I don't know anything about you, so I'm not just gonna willy-nilly say, yeah, I'll jump on your show or whatever it is that you run. I only work with people who have a level of professionalism, and spamming in my chat trying to get my attention is not very professional. So if you want to get in contact with me and you don't have a way to get a DM with me because you're not a friend of a friend, there's always the business email, and I do check it. I can't guarantee I'll respond, but I do check it. Also, don't backsass my mods. That's a quick way to get a no. Yeah, like the stream, y'all. Like the stream. Woo, it's a Friday stream. We love Friday. Woo. Where's the mobs? There are none. We deleted them. Inside of the tree a few streams ago, we've built a mob switch that only affects the nether and only affects this portion of the nether. So if we are ever near the tree, if the tree is loaded in while in the nether, hostile mobs do not spawn. So now we have the lore in here that the world tree, the nether world tree, is keeping the nether safe, at least this portion of the nether, which then is able to explain how and why we have a city that exists in here, because it's the only point of safety from all the hostile nether mobs, and therefore people can exist. You do mob switches in the overworld? You can, but I don't want to. The overworld is very easy to mob proof. If the nether worked in the same way as the overworld, with light level 0 being the only possible place for mobs to spawn.
Fun fact, Cozumel is the hoop of the endangered pygmy raccoon.
I'm assuming the home of the endangered pygmy raccoon. And also, I really want to see a picture of a pygmy raccoon now. I feel like it's a cute little gremlin. Renee, thank you so much for the dono, though. I really appreciate you. And Zabine, thank you for the 1 year. I feel like I need to have like a 1 year club name or something like that. Something like cool to say for people with the 1 year. Gapple Gang. That's definitely, nobody's used that before. We'll do that. And I'll eat a golden apple every time that we get there.
That was supposed to be home, not hope.
But it's also their hope because they live there. So, you know, both work. That's the same box we were just in. That one. I need more boxes already. Hee hee. Problems. I've loved, he always has a level of kindness, professionalism, even with people who are being rude to his viewers and mods. Super cool. Yeah, I mean, people being rude in chat, sometimes they're doing it purely to provoke something as a response. So if you give them the response of hostility, I feel like it's one of those things that, for me, if somebody's being hostile, a lot of the times, like, they're expecting a hostile response back, and that like amps them up even more. And so if you just treat them with kindness, then they a lot of times don't really know what to do next, and usually they kind of back down. So It just... I prefer to not engage with the trolls. I'll give them the information they need sometimes, because maybe they are actually just immature and don't know how to go about things. And I always believe that people can change for the better. So I don't want to just instantly dismiss trolls as being stupid little idiots, even though sometimes they can be stupid little idiots. Maybe they're just stupid little idiots for the 10 minutes that they're in here because they're annoyed or bummed about something else going on in their life. So they need some place to distract by it, and their way of distracting is by being a stupid little idiot. And we can't hold that against them forever. But if they come back over and over again, then yeah, I mean, then that's just the way they are. But I always give people the benefit of the doubt, even if they're spamming and doing stupid stuff. Rava! No Rava. I think we have to take this down another block still. 2 more blocks. 2? Another sweet treat. Wow. Don't mind if I do. 2 ancient debris out of this thing? It's a good day. It's a good day. Cozumel is an island close to the coast of Mexico. Yeah, it's off the coast of Cancun. Like, you can see it from Cancun. Came back to give you a like. Now it's back to Twitch chat. All good, all good. I appreciate the likes nonetheless. Collecting resources, clearing land, or both. I don't tend to have a whole lot of soul sand or soul soil, so I want to collect this so that we can just have it at the ready. The netherrack. Also, I've been enjoying building with netherrack a lot recently. It's a good red block. So we'll keep as much of this as we can, because might as well. If I'm mining blocks out, I'm gonna collect them. If I'm going through the effort of mining space and I have either empty shulker boxes or empty storage space that I could put them in, I'm gonna keep as much as I can, just because the Minecraft hoarder in me says that I need to. I mean, like, technically all of this over here we actually don't need to get rid of. So we could, like, all of that now going that way is fine. We don't need to delete any of that, because we're just gonna build on top of this layer, so I'm actually gonna just leave it. Alright, so it's this to the right. Needs to all go. I hate that you can crouch on the end of a soul sand block and it puts you down enough to where you're in the lava. That's one of those little things I'm like, really? But then also you can crouch on the end of mud and end up in the water and not be able to catch on fire. So it has it has balances, good and bads. Did you get Frostwalker boots so magma can't hurt you? Yeah, I should. Okay. How did you texture your city pass? I need some tips since the last step in completing my city. I like to texture in the main roads all with like a certain palette, and then the side roads all kind of have different ones. And then I also at random points threw in some sections that are like look like they were re-fixed up later along with like mud bricks, or with some like brick and granite or something in there just to make it a little bit different. But yeah, I did try and think about like where cart lines, like wagon carts, would be running down, and their wheels would dig into the earth a little bit more, most likely, than you would have for any of the whatchamacallit, it's like people walking through. So in that case, I tend to use that more as a way to put like lines in it there, almost like loosely putting tracks in it. And so if your whole thing's out of cobblestone, maybe that's like andesite or stone or something, so it just looks a little bit more worn down. Or even if your road is mostly stone, then do some lines out of cobblestone. Then I like to give like a little sidewalk area and a border to it and whatnot for the main road, at least. The side one's a little skinnier and whatnot, but yeah. Fill in the non-lava area with more lava. Yeah, this whole center that we're in is going to need to be filled with lava, but that's going to be a future me problem. I'm going to do it before the end of the video, but I ain't doing it today. That sounds like a February issue. Yeah, like all of this in here needs to be broken down so it'll look like that.
Keep it real.
I'm gonna go now. Hopefully you consider my offer. 3.
Hey, thanks for the dono, Artifox. I appreciate it. I'll check out the email, dude. But as I already said, can't promise anything. I'm also going on vacation, so I will not be here for a while. All right, we're gonna just carve out the edge here so that I can get all of the blocks without burning them. That is where it needs to go, is right here. Okay. Oh, I need to fix that schematic. It's one too high. Dang. Okay, whatever. Whip next stream. My favorite game, Raid of Shadow Legends. After that offer. No. I've got some interesting offers that have come through recently that just have not fit well, that I haven't been... So I haven't... I have one coming in February, but that I only take ad integrations that are that I think are good fits for the channel. But I've had a few come through recently that I'm like, with current modern like political events and things going on, especially in the US, and granted those unfortunately have also been happening around a lot of the world, I was like, yeah, I'm just not gonna accept that brand deal. I just does not that I'd really accept it anyways, but I was like, yeah, I don't think that one's for me. Actually, might have exactly as many shulkers as we need to clear out the space. Drink twice if I guess correctly. I don't know what ground news is. Work on Cyberpunk. Oh, are you just putting a pinned message? Thank you, May. If you put that in YouTube chat, I can pin it. How many pieces of netherite so far? 0. 2 ancient debris, though. Basically got in your world and got every single stone block you used in your Harborside Pass, but I don't know how I'm supposed to texture with that many blocks. Well, if you're in my world, you've got examples. So you can just reference those. I'm sure you've gotten this question a million times, but what do you think of Hytale? We streamed it on Tuesday and Wednesday, like May said. I think it's fine. I think it's a decent game. For early access, I think they did good, but I don't think it's anything that I'm like needing to be shouting from the rooftops about how amazing it is, like some people think. I think for an early access game that has had that many years of development, I expected a little bit more. Granted, they did lose a lot of those years of development due to the issues with Riot Games and whatnot. So, like, we can't hold them to that. But also for... I guess I expected more out of a game, even in early access, before everybody says, Minecraft has had 15 blah, blah, blah years before it was good. Yes, that's true. And Hytale is a game that came from Hypixel. Hypixel owned one of the largest Minecraft servers back in their prime, and there still are a large server. I believe they still average over 100,000 daily viewers, daily players on their server, something close to that. I don't exactly know. I haven't checked the numbers, but they used to average like 200,000-300,000 a day. And with that, they have all of the knowledge and everything they learned from running a Minecraft server. And then when they started Hytale, they said, we want to make Hytale as a game that doesn't limit us to make the server we want to make in the way that Minecraft does. So they took all of the knowledge and all of the goods and all of the bads from Minecraft and then started building their own game. And I think a lot of the bads that are still in Minecraft to this day are still also in Hytale, and I expected more from them. Remember Minecraft Alpha, very bare bones though? Yeah, and I don't think that holds any sway in this argument at all. Minecraft was developed in 2011 as the first game ever in a sandbox, voxel-based survival genre. Hytale is not even one of the first 50 games in that type of genre. You can't compare a first game starting an entire game genre, especially in 2011 when the level of development skills and tools available were so much lower, to a game that is trying to breach into that genre now in 2026, that knowingly all of the developers came from people who have actively worked in Minecraft industries since then. Like that's one of those things that I feel like that is the biggest argument that I see from a lot of people being like, well, Minecraft had all this time to be good. And like, yeah, because they pioneered everything. They made the genre. Second Life is older than Minecraft. Second Life feels way different than Minecraft. That's a very different way of doing it. Also doubt Minecraft got that much funding. Yeah, tell me how much. Yeah. They did not have nearly the amount of funding. So I also think that Minecraft itself was not good until Notch was no longer a part of Minecraft. I think when Notch sold Minecraft, that's the reason why Minecraft is now so successful. Like, it was good before, it was okay, but it wasn't #1 game in the world like it is now. So, but anyways, regardless, I don't want to trash on Hytale. I think Hytale is pretty solid. I think it's worth playing. I think it's an early access game that you're going to get maybe 20 hours of gameplay out of right now, which for an early access game, that's a good amount of gameplay. That is a good amount of gameplay. They did a decent job. Everything functions pretty well. There was a really funny bug I had yesterday where my character model is literally just upside down. And it turned out I had to like get on a horse or something, and then it fixed itself. But that was just funny. But yeah, I think Hytale is gonna be good in about a year. I give it. They need over a year in order to get Hytale to a point where it's like good, which is fine. It's early access. It needs time. So I think it is gonna need a lot of time though to get good. 20 hours for $20 is also not a bad deal. No, it's not. I think Hightail is definitely a decent one. If you have $20 to spare, I'd say pick it up. I'm still having fun with it. I'm having a good time with it. I don't think it's this amazing thing that you're seeing a lot of the community members shouting about how it's gonna be just this absurd thing that's so much better than Minecraft. I really don't think they're that comparable, to be honest. Outside of like the forced comparisons a lot of the community is putting in them, but they feel like very, very different games in very good ways. And I'm excited to see where they both grow in their own direction. And I think they can learn from each other, but yeah. Let's set your local. No, Blocky, I accidentally named myself Dinner Bun. Character name got changed, so it was a bummer. No. Okay, so we can... This is my nether box, unfortunately. Kind of rough in here. Take these guys out. The thing is, people stuck to Minecraft even when it isn't popular, and even when there's no updates and fixes all. I feel like people should give Hytale the same chance, not just move on after the 20th. The gaming industry has changed. People stuck with Minecraft so much back in the day because there weren't other things to do. There's other things to do now. So it's not fair to expect people to have the same response to a video game that they did back in that day. And there also weren't other things in that genre really outside of Second Life that somebody had mentioned. But again, Second Life plays way drastically different to how Minecraft plays. So I think it's just one of those where I don't think there's really any comparison to make between the two of them in any regard of Hytale does this better than Minecraft. It's like, okay, yeah, they should, because they have 16 years of knowledge of how Minecraft has done things. So they should be able to innovate and do things in a better way if they're trying to make a game that would be competing in that genre. If they're not innovating, then they're not going to win regardless. But also, they don't need to win because I don't think they're in the same genre, really. So it's kind of like an interesting argument all across the board of where there's just a whole lot of fluff going on of the community general. I'm not saying any of y'all, but the community in general is trying to force this war between Minecraft and Hytale when nobody else is. So it'll be interesting to see how it lands for the next while, and hopefully the community can stop being little buttheads about it and just let both games exist. I'll buy Hytale later. I'm in zero rush to get it. Yeah, I think Hytale is going to be one of those where if you play it now, you're probably going to be like, yeah, it was fun for a bit, but it's really not that great. But if you wait a few months, like wait till the summer, I'm thinking that's when it'll probably be starting to feel pretty good. But if you're like me and you're impatient and can't wait for games after they release to play them, then it's fine to pick up now. I'm having fun with it, but I'm not... It's fun, but it's not like amazing. The grind is really starting to get to me. The fact that you have to travel, like my seed, the closest snowy biome I found, which is the only place to get certain ores like cobalt, and also the only place to get certain tree types, is the closest one I found was 5,000 blocks away. So what I did do was I installed a mod that just gives me a /home command. And that has made my quality of life in Hytale so much better, because I can go out, I can do my big resource collection missions and adventures and all that, where I spend 2 hours just walking in a line and getting everything new in that line that I can the entire way. And then I just /home and I'm back home instantly. And that has made the game a lot better. People expect Hytale to fix everything they don't like about Minecraft, but people dislike different stuff. Yep, that is a huge part of it. Also... It's also, like, Hytale never came out saying that they want to fix all the problems of Minecraft. They said they wanted to make their own game. So there's never been a claim that they're going to fix all the problems in Minecraft. Also, some of the problems that people talk about in Minecraft are things that others call features. So it's hard to talk about all that or like deal with all that from a developer side when you have some members of the community just absolutely screaming about how something is super broken and how it ruins their gameplay experience, and then you probably also have a very large vocal like group that's over there saying no, this actually is great, we love that it works that way. And then they're like, and if you get rid of it, we're gonna be so mad. Like, look at Redstone in Java Edition. They've talked a few times about removing the quasi connectivity that technically is a bug, and by resolving it would fix so many other things. But then the tech community's like, if you do that, you're gonna ruin Minecraft for us. But then casual players are like, why does this piston get activated from a redstone torch that's 2 blocks away? That doesn't make sense. But then the technical community is like, no, that's the best thing ever. So like, my friend was so mad when the raid farms broke. Yeah, no, like, see, that's a great example, but that was something that overall for the game needed to be nerfed. Like, for the overall health of Minecraft, raid farms needed to be nerfed. Sign somebody who had a raid farm in their world. And since my raid farm no longer works, I have always been poor on emeralds. I still don't have a source of emeralds that's as good as that raid farm. Not even close, actually. But I've been slowly setting up some villager trading halls. I just haven't really been spending the time sitting there cycling villager trades to get emeralds. I really need to do that more. We need to start doing that on stream. I'm always broke in this world, dude. What I want to make, I think, is a farming... Oh, hello. I want to make a farming area soon where we just, in that region, we just get a ton of farmer villagers, and we just get like an absurd pumpkin and melon farm, and then we turn off the one in the city. I think I want to do that, because then we can do that. We can, like, honestly, I'll probably tear down the one in the city, so that it's just no longer running and ticking, because one less redstone farm there, the better. And then we get one out there that's just like constantly flowing pumpkins and melons in, and then we just use that to get emeralds. Lag prevention. Well, if I spread stuff out in the world, then it's fine. Like, that really, the best way to do lag prevention in Minecraft is to spread your stuff out. The most fun way to play Minecraft for me is to have all your stuff together. Okay, we need to take this back a little bit more. fWhip wants to make a new farming region coming up next. Folks found the kitchen. This one will have a purpose. The others don't have a purpose. They just look pretty. The other option is we could set up like a bunch of butcher villagers and do sweet berries somewhere. My sweet berry farm is so overflowing too. I just need to, honestly, I need to just get some butchers and start taking all my sweet berries, because that farm is so full. Sooner or later I'll plant a field. Yeah, I better. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do my nether field yet. I feel like the cyberpunk city needs a field in the nether. And I don't know where I want to do it. I think for this one, we might not be able to do it in the nether, because I don't want the city just ever in a piece of farmland next to it. Unless I tear out and do like an interior of a space and call that a field, but it's like a little growing room or something for some plants. I don't really know. I so wish if you put netherwort on soul sand, it would spawn proof it. That is such a... I think that's one of the things I'm like, this is such a miss, Minecraft. Like, I want to put a giant netherwort field in the nether. I feel like that could look so fun. But it doesn't spawn proof. So then you get gas. Well, I guess we don't get gas now. Hanging farms? Like a big wall or something? That could work, that could work. Technical field. Like force field or some play on words. Just like make a wall of glass. And this is our field. Subscribe. It's made of force. Okay, another farm will look cool with glowing mushrooms throughout it. None of the nether mushrooms glow though, that are like small scale. But you'd have to make them like tree size, which not... I guess you use end rods for stems and do a little like single block on top or something. That can kind of look like a lamp. I guess a lot of Minecraft builds are contextual. You don't have to tell us something that we all know it isn't true. We all know that you will build farms for in every spot ever. True, Beth, true. Okay, I need to get rid of those two, and then we gotta get a few more back there, and then we gotta dig. Oh, you know what I want to do? Configure ignore entities. I'm so glad you can get efficiency 5 hoe to clear these things, dude. I do wish you could craft these blocks down into netherrack or netherwort, because you can craft netherwort up in a netherwort block, but you can't reverse it, and I feel like that's just for being able to store netherwort more easily. That would be really nice. Grace, thanks so much for the Twitch Prime. Appreciate you. Nether without mobs is such a weird experience. It really is. It's kind of spooky. It's like weirdly spookier than if there's mobs running around. Roguelites could work in a cyberpunk field? True. Sorry. Flashbang warning. Did we get those over there? No, we did not. Okay. Give me these guys. My original bartering farms. Hi, guys. Yeah, that's okay. You can still live down here. This is my original route to get to them, too. I would use these. Can't say I missed the cries of gas. Yeah. I really need to update to 0.11 soon. I feel like I've just been pushing it off. And at this point, I really don't know why I haven't. Oh, I know why. It's because I want to do all the bedrock breaking up there. I didn't want to do that for this episode. Another up. I need to verify in 1.20, 1.11 that it works, and then I'll do it. Did we get a snapshot this week? Because baby animals was last week, right? We didn't get one this week, yeah? Or was there a new one this week? I don't think I saw one. I wasn't really paying attention. Dominic, you just realized the David Copperfield joke Pix has been making forever. I think Pixarips is on, what, version 7 of David? We did? Yeah, Snap 3 is out. Was there anything cool in it? Oh, it's a technical... Okay, so technical stuff. So probably really cool things, but not flashy stuff that people are going to post about all the time. I want to disable that connected texture. I don't like that. I'm pretty sure Impulse used the bedrock breaking technique on 0.11. Okay. Yeah, I like that a lot more. It's weird. I really only like that connected texture that'll come down the side on grass. Like that's all I enjoyed on. So what else do I have turned on for? Farmland is off. Podzol off. Mycelium off. Dirt path. Yeah. Snowy grass block. Yeah.
Pleased to meet you.
Many big number. Finally got mending book in my forever world earlier today. 'Tis time to dig now.
Wow, Stam, is that 500 days? Is that 500 now? Thank you for the 20 months, my dude. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Have fun digging. I don't watch Pixel, so it never occurred to me until now. Yeah, that's fair.
Pleased to meet you.
3 years, with Echo.
Years. Eggamon, thank you for the 3 years. Enjoy the brand new tree. You're growing up. A big old tree right there. Got the blue one now. Ooh. Hey, fWhip chat must have missed when you made a mob switch. Yeah, we did it a few streams ago in this world in the Nether. It's only for this part of the Nether. It's not the entirety of the Nether. It only is a mob switch. Whenever that tree is loaded in, mob switch is running. So even if I'm over there running the Wither Skeleton farm, the Wither Skeleton farm will still work. The Ghast farm no longer works, and the Hoglin farm no longer works. So we're going to rebuild the Hoglin farm somewhere else. The Ghast farm, it barely worked anyways, so it's now just an archaic relic of the past. Because, yeah, boy ain't tearing down all that obsidian. Nuh-uh. Yeah, I didn't want to do a full nether mob switch, so I'm not chunk loading it or anything like that. We got everything over there we needed. Oh, no, we got some back in there. That's fine. We can get that in a bit. That lava needs to go, so... Try doing your best to work with the nether. Make sure you see the sky every so often. Yeah, I'll do my best. Is this the one that goes all the way down? No, it's this one. That'll stop that. Cyberpunk is supposed to look a little alien. Yeah. Could you do feels like crystals growing? I feel like Cyberpunk does in there too.
37 months. I've missed so many streams. Nice to come in on chill tree / shroom chopping.
Knight, thanks so much for the 37 months, my dude. I appreciate ya. Yeah, I don't know if Cyberpunk typically is alien. Cyberpunk doesn't give alien to me. Futuristic gives alien. Cyberpunk is like tech dystopia. Like corporations at their worst. Corporations and technology at its worst, I guess. Where like Cyberpunk to me is like a sense of constant stimulation and like corporations controlling the city in like the worst way possible. But the aesthetic can be cool. Cyberpunk is that, was that the Hulan city, I think? The walled city. Yeah, it's very much like overpopulation meets corporate overlords. I think the cyberpunk like art style and everything is really cool. But I think like my favorite of like the punk art styles is definitely solar punk. I really, really want to do some more solar punk stuff eventually. I had a lot of fun working on that in the little island village that we made, the little Mediterranean solar punky spot. That was beautiful. I feel like Overwatch has done a pretty good job of solar punk in a lot of their places that they have. Or at least like a rendition of it, which is kind of cool. That's an ancient torch right now. Forgive my linguist, but where does the word cyberpunk come from? That's a great question. I don't know the answer to that. I just know the word. I'm assuming cyber for like cybernetics, as in technology, and because it's very much based around like, because they have all the cyberware that they have, which is like augments to humans, so you could get like a new eyeball that has better vision or the ability to like see in the dark, or cybernetic limbs and stuff. And yeah, it's like bringing cybernetics into humanity in like the most invasive way possible. Started with the book Snow Crash. Huh, not familiar. Why does the word punk come into the word though? I don't know. It's always coming with like steampunk and whatnot, and I don't know where the punk part actually like comes from. Do I need to break these? Yeah, we'll do that one more just to be safe, and then we're kind of... This up here unfortunately needs to... Oh, sorry, that was really bright. Like all of this, our whole roof here, that actually... No, I ain't doing that. I ain't building all that netherrack back in. Well, I guess I would have to. No, we'll just not do it. Because we need to get rid of all that. We also need to take pretty much from there and clear cut that all the way over to there and down to like really open up that box, because I want the whole view of the tree in here. And then this is where these other buildings are going to come up. So I guess we'll take it to the edge of that. But ew. That's where the big dig starts. This is the baby dig. I think punks comes from the state of society, for example, in an example cyber world. Okay. Bunch of punks living in the city. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be down with getting any like cybernetics installed in my body. Definitely not like round one. I'm not an early adopter in that side of thing. But then there's like some bit of that already with like artificial hearts and whatnot do exist. Not quite to the same extent of insanity that they're doing in the cyberpunk worlds, where you can get new muscle tendons and things that make you stronger and whatnot. So, you know, we're at a little bit of a different level of just hearts and not big buff biceps that are powered by muscles. So, you know, super different. Love it digging with fWhip stream. Make sure to click the like button. You're on Twitch though, so everybody on YouTube, click the like button. Yeah, YouTube. Let's go. Throw out them likes, YouTube. We love YouTube. We do it for YouTube. Mantis blades will look cool though, not gonna lie. I want daggers to come out of my forearms. If they're gonna make mantis blades, can they make like wings or something too? Because then you just like fly around. Then I don't need to. You wouldn't need to commute to work. You could just fly above traffic if you could afford them, you know. And then you like wouldn't need a helicopter or anything like that. You just like actually just fly above traffic. Wolverine claws. Yeah, but where do those store? You know, like they seem like they. And they seem like it would hurt real bad if that got injured, you know. I just want LASIK. Anything over that is a bit much. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing it. I have one more year of consistent glass prescription before I qualify for it. We've been paused for how long? I don't want to know. Okay, we're good down here for now. We've got the rest of that island to take out, so might as well. Might as well finish section by section. I just got contacts. I'd like to get LASIK in the future. Yeah, I can't do contacts. I'm like, I can't touch my eyeball. I can't do it. I can open my eyes underwater. Don't mind at all. That's totally fine. Out in the ocean, whatever. I'll open my eyes. Don't care. Ask me to even put eye drops in my eyeball. Put me down. I can't do it. I don't know. I don't really know why, because like, but I just like, I'll be there being like, come on, just do it, just do it, and I'll be like putting the eye drop in. I'm like, yeah. Just I can't. I absolutely cannot. Will the Hightail video be a recap of the stream progress and a bit of offline gameplay? Yeah, more or less, yeah. Yeah, I've been recording every time I've been playing. I've had a replay buffer running, so if anything interesting has happened, I've just saved it. It's gonna be a lot of voiceover, and it's gonna be a lot about my thoughts of Hightail and where it's all going. So it's gonna be more of a video essay, I think, is probably what it's gonna turn into. I still need to sift through the footage. There's barely any voice lines in it that are usable. I know that much just because I haven't really been recording much audio. I think I need to take one more. Yeah, just one more layer down. those actually go in here. Glass here in the UK, but I would hate them because of like people saying they can't swallow pills. I have no issues with eyes or pills. Dude, it actually took me a long time to be comfortable with being able to swallow pills. I'm fine with it now, but I was even like taking Advil for me for a long time was a not fun experience. Okay, everything that we chopped out, we just need to bring one more block down, but like not the edge. Swallowing pills is different. You swallow stuff all the time. Everyone does. Yeah, but you chew stuff before you swallow it. You don't just swallow it. Even still, for me, sometimes if it's like one of those like big pills or something like that you have to take, like some antibiotics are just massive, I'm like, I hate this. It's okay. Everybody has problems with different things. Everybody's got their thing. Oh, I did put it all in there. Glasses look cool. I don't mind how I look with glasses. I didn't love them when I had them originally, but now I don't really. I like how I look with them, but I also would be nice to not have to wear them all the time, you know? Okay, that's everything down here. I still have to build those market stalls and whatnot out. Oh, then we gotta start moving this way. See, I know everybody's like, oh, eat or like put the pill in a spoon of yogurt and eat that and you swallow right away. Nope, I'd find the pill every single time in the yogurt. Never worked. Alright, we gotta watch our tools soon. They're getting low in durability. Thankfully, this just needs to come down a single block. We don't actually have to bury this one in lava. It just needs to come down enough so that the road can go on top. So much in Nether City. How much of everything that we planned so far? Funny enough, the resource list actually not terrible. I think I've still got a little bit of schematic cleaning to do because I did it very quickly and very roughly this morning before stream started so that we could have this here ready to go. But I got it loosely blocked out, but I think there's some spaces that I still need to go back and like remove extra blocks of things. So, like the true schematic list has 4 shulker boxes of stone is the biggest thing. Black stone, a lot of that still needs to be textured out. So a lot of that black stone in there needs to be textured out. The deep slate and the basalts and all those unfortunately are accurate. So we do need a shulker and a half of deep slate. And by a shulker and a half of deep slate, I actually mean we probably need 4 or 5 shulker boxes of deep slate with a shulker and a half of cobbled. Actually, we probably need 3 shulkers of cobbled deep slate, 2 shulkers of regular deep slate. Tough. I might have most of that actually in storage already. We're getting pretty close. Pale moss we definitely have. Andesite we have. The concrete we do have to unfortunately go get 1,000 black concrete, so that's gonna suck. Tinted glass we can make, but that's just getting amethyst, so that's easy. A lot of these things in here, the coral is actually not terrible. That's 10 stacks of brain and 4 stacks of that and a stack of that. So that's like an hour. So a lot of the stuff that we have in here actually isn't too bad. The dark prismarine, we're gonna have to go run the guardian farm for a while. I'm basically gonna have to go reuse every single farm I have in the world and just kind of do a little bit here and there of all the different farms, and then we're through. But like, it's gonna be a lot of shulker boxes of stuff, but in reality, it's not terrible. And also, I did go through, and I'll show you this just for the sake of it. I did go through already. If we want to do literally just a single section at a time, I already went through and divided all of the buildings up into their own little schematic sections. So I could do a refresh on here, and we can see everything that we need just for this building. So that's really not that bad. And so we can focus on single buildings as they go. And even for this big boy right in here that we have, like, that's probably going to be the worst of it because that's most of it. I divided that up into a base floor. We have the right that you can see turning off, the middle, and then the left. So you can see those turning off in the background. And then like the ship is on its own. And so we can turn off and turn on these different sections as we need for smaller resource lists. So that'll be a lot easier to see where it's all going to go. Lightmatica, game changing. Changing the game. 2K people watching and only 500 likes. Oh. You know, if you press M/P. Oh, yeah, you can do that. Learn something new every day. Thank you. Actually not too terrible. Nether is actually pretty nice when it's not crawling with mobs. It's kind of pleasant, nice. It's like a nice, warm, tropical beach vacation. Ow. I need to not do that. I thought we turned that lava source off. I guess I did not. Now we did. I'm actually going to put all this stuff away real quick. Have you seen your shovel and pickaxe? Yeah, it's got 184. It's fine. We'll change it soon. It's still got a few hundred blocks that can break on it. What I'm really excited to start working on, which I think I want to do soon on a stream. I don't know if it'll be in this next video or not. But I've been really inspired to try and do some like really cool gadgety looking things. You'll see out here, we're kind of overhanging the shelf a bit for that is. So I want to bring like another wall here, come down a few blocks and send it in. But then down here, take a bunch of nether brick and just make some really cool, like almost like stuff you'd see in like Star Wars, like just like the tech stuff, like pipes going around, and we'll use probably just nether brick and blackstone so it feels really, really dark down there. And then we'll hide in all of that lava so it feels super dark, so you just kind of see a not so flat surface. And maybe we'll have some like little redstone torches or something for some light in it, but I think something like that. But yeah, this is how bright this nether actually is. Goodbye, Rocket. Have gravel in anything yet? I don't think we're starting a gravel, so we'll just put it in there until we get a bunch of it. We ever set up a piston bolt network on your nether roof? No. Oh god, the grind has begun. Hey Bars, how we doing? It's actually not that bad, dude. It's not that bad. I mean, I haven't started gathering blocks yet, but there's not too much that actually needs to be broken. Ignore that blob. And that blob. I think we probably need to start up at the top, as much as I don't want to. That's actually fine. It's this that we need to bring in. Eventually, I want to take it all the way up, but we're not going to deal with all the way up right now. I'm going to finish this. I'll do that. Plenty of blobs. Less digging than the tree. Honestly, this probably is less digging than... I don't know. We'll see how long this blob up here takes. Yeah, we're gonna just start clearing out a huge cube here. Just to get, like, the rough... If I go straight with this, does that break through? It does break through the tree eventually. So we'll just clear this out for now. Maybe we'll get some more netherite. Well, ancient debris. Ah, see? Look at that. That's kind of annoying. I mean, technically, we're up above the... I wonder, could we use a happy gas to trim this stuff down? Or that looks stupid? Or is that a stupid idea? I guess you have to jump off the happy gas each time you want to get up to take something with it, right? Need to go to there for now. Well, actually, we need to go to the end, but let's see. It should work, would just be slow. Slow is fine. Yeah, so there's one angle cut out. How many blocks down does this go? I just about went. Whoa! I was ready, dude. I was so ready for full action mode. How many blocks there is that? Okay, that's kind of a lot, but that'd be something we tackle later. Watchers will have fun for the 10-second time lapse, including the happy guess. They'll just be dancing around. No, because we would need to basically jump on it, move it forward, jump off the gas, dig, because then you don't get the slowness. And then you rinse and repeat. This is far beyond where like the next one needs to go, or well, where this project needs to go. So we're just gonna go to here, in that whole box, and then I'm just gonna continue this way, and we'll just box the whole thing in. So this way we can know exactly what we need to dig for today. I mean, oh my god, I thought I put my elytra on, I took it off. It's fine, it's so fine. Oh. God, I hate the nether. Yeah, it's really nice though when you get rid of all of the hostile mobs. Would recommend. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner, dude. 10 out of 10 experience in here. I don't have to constantly be looking over my shoulder. Nothing's here bothering me. Honestly, overall, great time. No skeletons in my tunnels as I'm digging. Dude, this is great. You don't need to sleep. You can just keep digging. The only thing I gotta watch out for is lava. Like that. Okay, now that we've got our box done, we just need to start clearing out this layer of the box so we can see how far it needs to go down and how much work we have ahead of us. Part of me is like, maybe we just clean this all the way up to the bedrock ceiling, because eventually I would like it to all just be gone. But I think for this episode, in terms of making this look like it's still somewhat in the nether and not just a giant city that I say is in the nether in the thumbnail. I mean, I could always just Photoshop a nether roof on it. Or nether ceiling. How long have you been playing this nether hub, and do you ever plan to end the series? Hardcore World will not end until until we die in the world, is my current plan. I hope to stay true to that. But this nether city, I actually started planning this last summer. So this has been in the planning stages forever. It's been something that has been in the back of my mind. I've been working on it forever and ever and ever, and I'm super excited to now finally like bring it into reality in the world, because it was about when Bars, I don't know if you're still in here. When did you start your nether hub with the trains and everything? It was about when I saw Bars starting his decorative nether hub, and then I know Germsy Boy was doing something with his, and I was like, wait a minute, I want to do a nether hub. That sounds kind of fun. No hightail today? Nope, not today. I wanted to get back to Minecraft. Hightail's fun, but I don't want to be a hightail content creator. I like Minecraft too much. Just under a year ago? Yeah, so we, I think I started after you had done a few episodes up there on it, so I'm probably... I want to say I started planning this over last summer. I think that's about when it was. That's crazy. You've been working on that Nether Hub for a year. You've done a lot up there. Sorry for the distortion constantly on the FOV soul speed, you know. Whoa, Blocky, you can't just throw that out there. Yeah, this will be a big dig. How much blob is being dug? There. To there. And we're gonna also have to do that, but current goal is here to here. And all the way down. I don't like the highest hell stuff. Please stick to Minecraft. I know it's not for everybody, but I think it's still fun. I'm enjoying it. I would say give it a shot. I think there's a lot that you can learn from Hightail on how you might enjoy a Minecraft experience even more so, and vice versa. So I know not everybody has a PC to play on, but I don't think I'm going to be doing a whole lot of Hightail content on stream or stuff. At least not for a while. I kind of flooded it this week and actually lost. It was the first day I've lost over 100 subscribers ever on my channel. Outside of bot accounts being cleared. It was Tuesday when I streamed Hightail. People were like, nah, I'm out of here. This guy obviously left Minecraft. I'm leaving. How's it going? Hey, 80s, how we doing? It's going good. It's going good. We're digging. We did some sherd hunting. And now we're doing some nether digging. I want to at least get this entire layer dug so we can see how much we have to do. Why isn't anything spawning? Because I built a nether mob switch inside of the big tree that we have in here. We have almost 80 zombie villagers just chilling in a box. And I've traded with all of them, but none of them are holding items. So they won't despawn because we traded with them, and Minecraft doesn't want to get rid of something that a player has interacted with. But then also, because because they don't have a name tag or anything, they count towards the mob cap. Which means they're taking up the entire hostile mob cap with how many we have in there. So if we're ever within like 200 blocks of the tree, basically if the tree is loaded in, we will not be getting any hostile mobs spawning in the nether. So using a Minecraft mechanic to now we have lore in the world in the nether where if you are nearby to the tree, hostile mobs do not spawn. Which I think is kind of cool. I think if you being able to build a storyline in your Minecraft world and actually, instead of just like torch spamming to say, yep, this is spawn proof now, being able to actually be like, no, it's actually spawn proof. Like that's kind of fun. I don't plan to use this everywhere. You can do this anywhere in your Minecraft world. You can even chunk load it, and then you'll never see hostile mobs spawning in your Minecraft world. But I only want to use it in this part of the Nether because it means we can build here without fear of gas blowing up everything that we do. It's a tree of peace. Exactly. Exactly. 100% magical force field. Oh my god, the tree is a field. We don't need to plant a field. We have the tree. We planted a field of zombie villagers. We build that into it. I don't know if anybody does this when they're digging out spaces, but I can only dig one way for so long before I have to like do a strip going down another direction. I talked about this a lot when digging out the mountain. I think it's probably some ADD brain thing going on, but like I can't just do boop 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 back that way. I gotta change it up. Does that really not need to be dug down? No, it does. Why did I not dig over to there? No, we need to take this like another like 15, 20 blocks that way. Let's just mark that out now. No, but that ceiling's in there. That's... No, we're just gonna do it. Dude, that's like ancient hole right here. That's like OG. This is where I was pretty sure this is where, yeah, this was like an old way I got in and out of the Nether. Yeah. This is like, these tunnels here are OG. That's like our first trip into the Nether tunnel. You're mob proofing by mob capping. How do you feel about instead of mob? How do you feel about that instead of mob proofing? I feel like I would have mob proofed in the Nether instead of using the mob switch if light level 0 was the only things that mobs could spawn out in the Nether, because then you can at least like make it work without just like fully illuminating every little thing you do. But there's just not too many options that don't really limit what you can build with if you're going the route like that you're kind of doing, Bars. I'm sure you've struggled with it a bit of finding build ideas and things that are going to work with every single block has to be spawn proof. And I was messing around with it at first. Like I designed the that building, and the whole stack all the way up to the top here. So this whole section is actually fully spawn proof. This one actually is here too, because that guy, we need to spawn proof him. So everything from there over to here is fully spawn proofed. And I realized that while doing it, that I was like, there are so many buildings that I wanted to do to make something look cool that I no longer could do because I had to put a slab down or I had to put like a carpet down or something. And so a lot of the shape detailing I want to do, I just didn't have the ability to. So I was like, all right, whatever, we're just gonna send it. Oh, I don't want to leave these here. I think it's one of those things that's like a fine line for me of like doing this in the Nether. I'm okay with it. If I was thinking about doing in the overworld, I'd be like, no, I need to find somebody else. Or I need to find something else to do for it. And same with the end. I haven't decided if I want to do it in the end yet or not. I think I would be waiting for an end update before I ever build anything in the end. But I feel like the Nether, you lose so much the cool, moody atmosphere if you just light everything up. And then I didn't want to do that because I wanted to have the build options, so... How long has this vid gone? The stream? Been live for 2 hours. Cool durability check. Yeah, I'm watching the shovel. It's not quite there yet. I think we can finish this stretch. Preemptive tool switching means you gotta go to the XP farm so much more often. I did the math once and I realized that if I were to swap my tools at 150 durability instead of down to like 70 something over the course of the shulker box, I'm basically losing 2 tools worth of durability because that's 75 per and I have like 8 or 9 tools. Well, I guess half a tool per, not 2. I don't know where I got 2. Well, there's 1 over 2. There's a 2 in there somewhere. Which is another like 10-15 minutes of digging each time you go through. So I try and make sure that they all go down to like 75-ish. Nice that this just all instantly goes to air though. Like that's down to 67 now, so 58. 43. 37. Now we can swap it. 31. Is it worth the time if you saved if you break a tool though? No, I feel like I'm pretty good about it. I mean, we broke 2 tools in the entire mountain dig, which I feel like is pretty good. I mean, I didn't love it, but I feel like it's not bad, you know? I can already tell I'm gonna not be keeping all the materials pretty quickly after this whole thing. We haven't really pumped up our netherrack mined count for a while, so you know, it was about time. It was getting passed by other blocks. Been too long since we've been in the nether. Just don't get him ranting. I do love a good rant though. I love a good rant. You mean I get a microphone and people are gonna listen to me? Oh, I love a good rant. Much to my wife's dismay. I love a good rant. Rant equal break. Yeah. It's true. It's true. That's the most common point where we do break tools. So I'm ranting. It's either I'm ranting or I'm not talking at all. It's one of the two. If I got a good conversational cadence going, then we're fine. We're good. We're chilling. What is Foot Fancy ranting about? We've already ranted about Hightail a good amount today, so you know we're good there. I gotta really balance out how many people are... Not that I even dislike Hightail, But I gotta really like balance out the amount of people who are saying, oh my god, Hytale is the best game ever. So I've really got to just balance that out and be like, it's a good game. It ain't the best game ever though. Minecraft's not even the best game ever. I don't even know what the best game ever is, to be honest. I don't know. Would you rate a video game being the best video game ever off of how much fun you have out of it, or potentially like how much fulfillment you get out of it? So I feel like Minecraft, I get a lot of fulfillment out of that overall makes me generate the happy juices and the happy feelings and all that stuff, you know, like get all the good dopamine hits and all that of like having a good time. Like I'm making something, I'm making art that I'm really proud of. Like I'm loving that. Like that's great. But I wouldn't say Minecraft is necessarily the game that is the most fun. So like, would you say the best game ever is the one that's the most fun? Or would you say the best game ever is the one that like makes you personally feel the best after playing it? If you have to pick, what is your favorite game? If Minecraft, what is your number 2? I wouldn't even say Minecraft's probably my favorite game. I would say I have, like I said, I get the most fulfillment out of playing Minecraft. But I think my favorite game probably that I've ever played would either be StarCraft 2 back in its prime or World of Warcraft. Like those are probably the 2 video games I've had the most fun, like long-term periods of fun playing. Like I enjoy my time in Minecraft immensely, but I wouldn't say Minecraft is like the thing that's like, oh my god, I am having an amazing time in here. This is the most fun I've ever had ever. But like if you're playing video games with like, I remember back in high school getting in calls with buddies and just queuing StarCraft games for the entire day and having so much fun with that and just like doing just absurd strategies just to try and see if we could win with them. And like one of my buddies, he and I were playing over the holiday break because we both had some downtime that actually lined up for once. So we were playing StarCraft again, and I was like, I remember why I had so much fun playing this game, and I still have so much fun playing this game. Good. Yeah, good news coming to BlizzCon for you this year. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be like a third-person shooter, apparently, are the rumored leaks about a new StarCraft title coming out. I just hope it's not looter shooter extraction game. Like I would play a few rounds of that, but I ain't playing long term. I really, whatever they do for a StarCraft game, it needs to have a story campaign mode like that. If it's just like a battle royale or like a just Call of Duty deathmatch type game, like unfortunately it wouldn't be that great for me, but man, I think it'd be really cool to have something. What is StarCraft? It's a real-time strategy game. It's StarCraft 2 came out in like 2008, so it's an old game. 2007, something in there. I can't remember. Came out when I was in high school. That's all I know. But man, do I love it. Ugh. I still play StarCraft 2. They have co-op missions in it. I've been playing those. I play like 1 or 2 co-op missions a day. That's usually my lunch break, is I'll just go get some food, come heat it up, eat, and then before I get back working, I'll go play a StarCraft 2 co-op mission or 2. It's a good lunch break. Because they take like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Throw into Brutal with random queues and find somebody and just go be absurdly powerful. Good rant about one thing right now. What'd you choose? The rant's got to come to me. I can't pick a topic to rant. It's just, it's in the moment. It comes and then we send it. Kids here asking what is StarCraft. I guess it's time for me to sign up for ARP then. Hades, when you find the application, you mind sending it my way? We can fill it out together. Don't worry. For the real old school gamers here, you'll probably remember StarCraft 1 on the Nintendo 64. Yeah, that was the day. I remember back before we had 2 computers, because my brother and I both really liked strategy games when we were kids. We would play Age of Empires 2, and our way of playing co-op was, looking back, like, one of the stupidest ways to do it, but we made it work. And actually, like, it was a great time. But, like, looking back, it's like, how was that doable? I don't even know how we made it work. But we would play campaign missions off of the same computer, but we would divide up the resources. And, like, so we would have our own 2 teams, but we'd be using the same keyboard and mouse. But, like, my units would be in my little circle, so we'd make a wall right down the middle first thing as we started up the campaign mission of the base. And so one half was mine, one half was his, and one of us would take food and gold, and the other would take wood and stone, I believe. And those were our resources. And then we'd have to talk to each other as we're, like, sitting right here next to each other. By the way, sharing one keyboard and mouse. So, like, trading off who's using it.
My first console was the Sega Mega Drive.
That's an OG one. That's an OG. My grandpa had one of those. ODST, thank you for the dono. So we would physically, like, we had, like, chairs that had roller wheels on them, so we would go, like, slide back and forth and go, like, if my base was under attack and he was doing something with his units, he'd be like, go, it's your turn, and then I'd be like, okay. You just pause real quick and you'd unpause and go. And then anytime we wanted to trade resources of, like, I need more villagers, I'll give you enough wood to build it. I'll make 2 more houses for us with 100 of the wood I have if you'll let me train 2 villagers with 100 for the food you have. It was like one of those things that was just like the stupidest way of playing a video game, but, like, we both wanted to play, so we figured out how to make it work. It was fun. Good memories. A lot of good memories. We actually won some of the missions. The biggest one, if anybody else was Age of Empires 2 player, the Great Wall of China mission, where you're playing as the Mongolians trying to break through the wall. Yeah, that one that was, like, notoriously really difficult. We somehow managed to beat that one by playing with, like, our split team little gameplay route, and we were so excited when we actually figured out how to win it. My grandpa, that's nah, dude, my grandpa was a gamer. He was, like, really into flight sim stuff. He was with the times. He still is, dude. He's I want to say he's 96 right now, and he's still with it. Every time I chat with him, I'm like, he's fully mentally there. Can't hear, but he's, like, fully mentally there, and it's, like, very, very impressive. My first console was Xbox 360, all those Lego games. Dude, the first Lego Star Wars, oh, that's up there for, like, one of the best games ever. I'll agree on that one. That's one of the best games that's ever been made. Just so good. So many just little funny bits that just inspired so much down the road. That's just so good. I love that one. That duck hunt game. My father burned down 2 of the rooms in our house falling asleep while playing Atari once. Oh no, did the Atari overheat? Yeah, we got 1 more empty. We're not even going to make it through our little teardown thing here before we fill up all these boxes. My grandfather plays Fortnite with my younger cousins. That's cool. That'll be me. That'll be me one day. Except they'll just be saying, nobody cares about Minecraft anymore, Grandpa. I'm like, back in my day, we built things out of cubes. We didn't have no little robots to go gather for us in our Minecraft worlds. My first console I ever had was I had the original Game Boy Black and White that had the holographic coloring, so you could see in the case. That thing was so cool. I so wish I had it still, but it's long gone. Pretty sure it got thrown in the trash at some point after it broke. I don't even know if it ever broke, but like we got the new one. We got a Game Boy Color. So we didn't play on the black and white one anymore because we had the color. Back when there was no light on the screen on your gaming consoles, like, so you had to plug in a light to your USB switch so you could see what was happening on your screen if it was dark. I'm trying to get my dad into game again because I can see he wants to, but he's being stubborn about it. I feel like if you were into gaming a long time ago, like some of those, like games can function so differently now that I could see that being a very daunting experience. Like I could see that being super overwhelming, being like, yeah, I played back when like Duck Hunt and those games were popular. And then you're like, what? How quick? Fast paced is everything? Like I would actually, I could see that. Oh dude, we didn't mine out all of that. Right, we're going all the way to there now. Well, this is just this one level, so that's actually pretty easy. Yeah, I can see gaming nowadays being pretty daunting to get into if you didn't act. Ooh, a Y level 113 ancient debris, dude. Don't mind if I do. That's a rare one. That's 3 on the day. I do remember seeing a video a while ago of some kids getting their dad a Super Nintendo or something and GoldenEye, and him just like being like him booting it up and hearing like the intro sound of like when the game's starting and everything, and just fully sinking into the nostalgia. And I was like, I hope that would be a cool experience one day. Just like have one of those games that you just haven't played in years. For me, it'll probably be like Halo 1. Like throw out the Halo 1 theme song or something like that. And just like Halo 3, actually. I think Halo 3 was probably my favorite Halo I ever played.
You first played Duck Hunt. Just have him play Aim Labs easy.
True, yeah, there you go. Totally the exact same game now. Yeah, I feel like throwing like the legendary music from Halo 3 and I would just, that would be for me of just like, yeah, we're so back. Halo Reach. Yeah, I played Halo 3 a bunch because that was like the first time we had Xbox Live, I think. And we just, like, that was when Big Team Battle was added, I think. And I remember it was me and my brothers, and we would just get on like an Xbox Live call with one of my cousins, and we would just play Big Team Battle for so long. How are my shoes doing? Durability still fine. Okay, I think most of this can be gone now. I even considered myself good as a Call of Duty 2 multiplayer, but I can't keep up with the COD or Fortnite or any other games, so I just stick to Minecraft. Yeah, keeping up with gaming nowadays is like, that's why for me a lot of those games I have fun for like the first week or two that they launch, And then I don't care enough to like read and learn all the little strategies and things here and there to get like super goated and good at the games and whatnot. So I then fall off, and then I just like, yeah, I'm good. I move on to something else. But like, I have a buddy who he's really, really good at the first-person shooter games, and so like, granted, he was playing a lot more than me. But when I think it was when the last Call of Duty came out, like I was playing with him and another buddy, and he was just like constantly completing camos left and right on guns and everything. And I finally was like, nice, I completed my first camo like all the way through on one of the SMGs. Yeah. I got all the way through, and he was like, cool, I'm done with sniper rifles, I'm done with shotguns, I'm done with pistols, I'm done with SMGs, I'm done with machine guns. And I was just like, how? And then I was like looking at the stats one game, and I'm averaging like 12 headshots a game or something like that, and he's averaging like 30 to 35, and I'm like, okay, I can't compete. Like, I had fun for a while, but then very quickly I'm like, yeah, just first-person shooters. I can queue like 4 or 5 rounds of something if I'm in a call with friends, and then I'm like, I'm good. If I'm not playing with friends, I'm not playing. Okay, how far down does this go? Not too terribly bad. I probably should have just carved that all the way through. So I'm gonna want to later. Yeah, that's not far at all. We can just do that. How many days? 12,355. I can tell you one thing, I am playing FPS games during stream. Oh, I am not playing FPS games on stream either. Calling everybody over the little whippersnapper. I mean, what? No, never.
Keep it real.
Fun fact about the Halo 3 development, Bungie recipeed 20,000 pounds of pizza and 24,000 gallons odd soda from fans as a token of gratitude.
Who started that? Who was like, I'm sending these guys a pizza? That's such a good bit. That's so funny. Thank you for developing this video game I love. Have a pizza. Honestly, sweaty gamers, I can see that. Back in that age, oh, I loved a pizza night in video games. I'm with you. Back when I could eat pizza. I can eat pizza, I just can't eat cheese. Oh my god, for all the fellow lactose intolerant people out there, gotta stand together on this one. But there's a, if you like ranch, Hidden Valley has a, this is really for the Americans here. But Hidden Valley has a dairy-free ranch now, and it's actually pretty dang good. It kind of slaps. All right, we're not really a straight line at all here, but we're just gonna carve this. Can't eat much cheese. Yeah, I can't eat any. I can do like butter and things sometimes. You craft products, no please. Yeah, the only craft product I like is Hidden Valley Ranch because the American in me shows through that. But it's pretty good. Something about that fake ranch flavoring. Just hits straight to the arteries, right where I want it. Oh, I thought it was falling off there. Shout out to Ranch for getting me through some rough times, honestly, for real. Okay, this will be what we use to finish defining the shape of what we're tearing down for now. We need to finish taking it over that way still, but this will open up a lot. How much? Oh, they're just right here. That's almost all the way across. Yeah, we'll take all this out. Why not?
Keep it real.
You can cure yourself of lactose intolerance by consuming a lot of low percentage dairy products like skim milk, as it helps your body properly produce the enzymes to break down dairy. Skill issue nerd.
So I know a lot of people say that, and then there's some people who can. Oh, just thank you for the donut though. There's a lot of people who say that, and then some are like, oh yeah, and then you can just eat like Parmesan-free cheese because there's really low lactose, or even like no natural lactose. I can't do any of those. So I think it's more of like a dairy allergy for me than a lactose allergy. Because I can, even if I like eat something like a cookie with butter in it or something like that, like I usually can feel, like I get like a slight headache from it. So I'll take the skill issue check. That's fine. I just can't roll. I just get I roll a 1 every single time. Like the stream. Yeah, we got 3,000 people in here and we got 657 likes. I believe. Is this just this section? No, it goes all the way across. Okay. So let's take all of this to here. No, it does not go all the way across. I just don't want to leave any like single floating blocks behind because those are such a pain in the butt to get. I do think, unfortunately, we're going to have to happy gas floss the roof. Much as I don't want to. I think that's probably going to be our best bet for sanity's sake. I'm kind of sad to be leaving all this soul sand as soul soil behind, but I do have multiple shulker boxes of the stuff. Can you get soul soil from bartering, or is it only soul sand? Which can you get from bartering? I feel like it's one of them. Is it soul sand? So what is ranch? I don't know how to describe the flavor, to be honest. It's just ranch. Just is what it is. If I was lactose intolerant, I could probably not live, as I wake up with a bowl of yogurt and a glass of milk. Yeah, I was talking to one of my buddies recently. He lives in the Midwest, so that starts this here. And he unprompted, we're in a Discord call playing games, having just like laughing, having a whole time, good time, and he just randomly goes, you know, man, I was thinking recently, and I just feel so bad for you that you can't have dairy, because like I just don't think I could do it. He's like, I don't think I'd make it, man. I just love dairy too much. And I was like, yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. And then he goes, yeah, I have a whole gallon of whole milk every week. I go, okay. It's just soul sand. Okay, so soul soil, the only way to get it is by gathering. And I like to use soul soil more than I like to use soul sand anyways, so. Bartering is soul sand, yeah, okay. Well, we have quite a few shulker boxes of soul soil already. I think after this gathering round, that's going to bring us up to like 4 or 5 shulkers of soul sand, or soul soil, and soul sand, to be honest. So if we're really starting to get to the point where we're lacking after that, if I got a project where I need more, that just means I need to go gather it. Can confirm dairy is very popular in Midwest. Yeah, y'all invented cheese curds. I think you enjoy dairy a little bit in the Midwest. And you know what? I'm mostly just jealous I can't eat it. The hostility comes from jealousy, so I do apologize. Fun for the rest of the stream. Can't wait to see this in a YouTube video. It's gonna be a bit. I'm hoping end of February will be Nether Hub will be done. Well, this half of the Nether City. Then we need to start coming on stream and designing the other half. I've grown out of my intolerance for everything but plain milk, so stay winning cheese time. Can't imagine walking around a farmer's market without a bag of fresh cheese curds. Fair. You know, you can't try poutine. I've had poutine in the past. Like, I probably was. I just, like, didn't connect the dots. But as far as I know, I wasn't lactose intolerant until I got into college. Like, I was fine eating cheese and whatnot growing up. But when I got into college, it was like the sophomore year of college, I started having a ton of stomach issues. And one of the things I found that was a trigger was cheese. But unfortunately, the list of foods that I cannot eat is very large. I just have hot girl tummy problems is actually what it is. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. I will still eat a bowl of ice cream even if it kills me. Dude, oat milk ice cream is so good. There's some really, really good oat milk ice creams out there now. Or some coconut ice creams. Those are better with like a fruity flavor, but the oat milk ones get like a chocolate peanut butter. Mmm, so good. Coconut sounds good. Yeah, the coconut ones, if you get like a good like tropical flavor or like a berry flavor or whatnot, coconut ice creams can be good. I go for the oat milk as my like first choice. I also use an oat milk little like coffee creamer, like a vanilla oat milk coffee creamer thingy to put in my tea in the morning. It's pretty yummy. I'm on the oat milk train. Hold up oat ice cream. When did that happen? Years ago. It depends where you live, how available it is, but it's in every grocery store here. Seattle is also very like quick to jump on new food types or like alternatives for dietary things. Like I feel like Seattle generally has like a large acceptance of food intolerances and things. Also helps just being in a city, but there's a lot of restaurants here that'll have like special menus that you can ask for if you have allergies or something, and they'll like list out everything that like all of the allergens on each menu item, or they'll have like specific vegan menus that can be something that you could have more so than not, which is those types of options and things are really, really nice to have. Oat milk didn't appear in Ohio till post-pandemic. Yeah, no, we had, I remember many a night during the pandemic, during the good old panini, the great panini. Just little personal size oat milk ice cream. Watching a movie. There's one that I'm blanking on the name. It honestly might be like a Ben and Jerry's one, because they make them too. That's like it has dairy-free Oreos in it and a peanut butter swirl, and then also like a little bit of like chocolate chips in there. It's so freaking good, dude. Look at that. That's a huge amount of space opened up there. Oh, we have to take this all the way down. Ugh, dude. We're clearing space for a city in the nether. You're making me want to go buy dairy-free ice cream? Good. Join us. Join us. What? Okay, so that actually doesn't get cleared for now, because that's currently where I topped that building off. Yeah, we will actually... We're just gonna end this right here. I just don't know what I want that to look like yet on the roof side of it, so we'll just do that. There's no stream yesterday? Yeah. I typically stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tuesday was a bonus one this week for Hightail launch day. I wasn't planning to stream it on Tuesday, and then I saw everybody and their mom and their dog and their cat and their fish were streaming. So I was like, I should probably also stream. I was going to wait till Wednesday to do that first Hightail stream, and then... I am pretty happy that I decided to actually do it on the Tuesday. Now that I'm like crouching without soul speed moving me around, I'm like, I'm so slow. There's a lot of hype for Hightail. Yeah, I mean, it was a good call because I mean, we had Cub raid the stream with like 7,000 viewers, and then we held over 1,000 viewers consistent plus for another 2 hours on stream. So on Twitch, and then on YouTube, I had like 4,000 people watching. So. Can't complain too much. Them some good numbers. We missed a block. Nailed it. Okay, how hellish is this gonna be? Okay, that's not terrible. I thought it was gonna be a lot bigger. I mean, eventually we're gonna have to take all of that out. At least like most of the outside of it as we decide what the facades will look like. Has the tree in the nether some lore connected to the one in path? Outside of just being a tree, there's no cross-dimensional lore connecting them so far. What happens if we get to 1,000 likes? You get a spoiler. Nobody seems to want spoilers anymore. All right, we need to go drop all this off and go get more. I think that if Hytale even gets a fraction of the same type of development Minecraft had, it's going to become a great game, but still not comparable to Minecraft, as you said. Yeah, I have no doubt that Hytale is going to be a good game. Like, there is very little doubt for me that Hytale is going to be a good game. Like, I think Hytale already is a good game, and I think it has potential to be a great game. There's 3 magic saplings. Yeah, we just need a 4th dimension, and then they can each be, like, based off an element. We have earth here, we have air in the end, and we have fire. So we need a water dimension. Or we pull an avatar and build a giant coral underground. Make sure there's no creepers. That could be kind of cool, actually, to build a giant coral, custom coral, somewhere. We just have to make the ocean deep enough to account for it. What is stopping it from being a great game to you? There's nothing stopping it from being a great game. It's all going to come down to how they continue development for it. There's no feature that I think it, like... Actually, I would say the big things that are stopping it, in my opinion, right now from being a great game is they just need to flesh out the world. And the progression. The progression is very plateaued. If you had to... No, that's not it. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing this. Okay. Power. Tech. Hytale progression is currently about like this. You start at nothing, and then you get your first tools, and you come up to here, you get your crude tools, and you go forward a little bit. Well, I guess this is power. This one's going to be time. This is no longer tech. Time. So as time goes on. All right, so you get over here, you get your crude tools, and then you're there. And then you get your copper tools, and you come up to here. And then very quickly, you get your iron tools, and then you go way over here. And then you get your, what is it? Your cobalt and your... So cobalt kind of brings you up here. That actually makes you a lot stronger. Takes you over this way. And then you have to tier up again, which is like way over here to go up there. And then it's like that. And it goes up there. And it's like that. Because that's like your final tier. But like each of these sections here just feels drastically longer. So it's like the amount of time you spend into each. Like you have your copper. You have your iron. No, sorry, you have your crude and your copper. So those are both C's. Iron. And then you have your, it's not, is it iridium? No, what is it? I don't know. Thorium. Thorium. And then there's that one, then you have adamantite up here, which is like your end game, which I don't even know if it's available in the game yet. But in between that, there's that red one. I can't remember what it's called, but that would be here. But like the amount of materials you need to like get this, like where you go up, like this is, I've went the iron into the thorium. Like I'm into thorium now. And the amount of materials you need to gather on iron tools to get up here is so many bars and so many hides and everything that like my preferred route would be that you're like slowly getting up there. And then as you get in, it starts to like...
No idea where I got those 2 months, LOL.
Like it starts to peak out there. And like they just need to smooth the curve. Because right now it's very stutter steppy. And the curve needs to be smoothed out in some regard. Of the cost of upgrading the workstations, I think is relatively too high. And the materials are not fun to get because in order to get certain materials, it's not based about doing something cool. It's based about finding a biome that they're in. So this could be squashed down and shrunk down if you have a really absurd seed. But if you don't have an absurd seed to like get you all the materials right away and get through it, like, it's going to take you forever. Yeah, cobalt, but there's one after cobalt before adamantite that's red. Thorium and cobalt more or less are the same. They have the same exact hit point bonuses and everything in terms of like the armors. Here, I can pull it up. Mithril. Oh, it might be mithril. Like I'll show you all real quick. Oh, I'm like way far away right now. I can't show you then. Where am I in the world? Yeah, no, I'm way the heck out here in a cave. But like, yeah, so like I'm at thorium now, and then there's that, but then you go into cobalt, but then after cobalt it's mithril. And those things aren't hard to get. It's just time to find the biome where they are. So it's just all about getting into there. But then the memories. Oh, I got 45. I need to go drop these in. Like, this is a cool system. I like the memory system. That one's fun. I don't know how I discovered undead horse memory. I already have one. Oh, I just never turned them in. Okay, there's all the things that we got. I did find these animal capture crates. Those are fun. I have chickens now. But yeah, I found a snow biome all the way down here that was fully looting last night. Where's our chair stream? Fine, Kiwi. I'll leave. God. Yeah, I don't know where I was going on. I'm not going to show you all of that. That's okay. And thoughts about Vintage Story? I'd say the progression is more linear than Hightail. Vintage Story is based for the people who love how difficult RL craft is. And I am not one of those people. I think the market of Vintage Story is sick. I think it's such a cool concept for a thing. That kind of like grueling survival experience sounds super cool to watch. I've watched a few playthroughs of Vintage Story. I've had a great time every single one of them watching the videos. And the more and more that I've watched a Vintage Story, the less and less I want to play that game. And that is not a knock at all to the developer. That is the type of game they are trying to make, and they are doing a great job of making that type of game. And it is just not a type of video game that I care to play at all. It is such a hardcore survival game that you are constantly thinking and preparing for the, like, if you're in winter, or if you're in like summer and fall, your entire goal is to prepare to get enough food to survive through winter. And then you kind of use all your food in winter and do some of your building and all that stuff, and that you're kind of doing in the meantime. But it's very much based around, like, a lot of your gameplay is based around trying to survive. And for me, I like that to an extent. Like, I need that to be a part of the gameplay loop. If that is the like majority of the gameplay loop, I don't enjoy it. It's the same reason why I didn't fall in love with Ark Survival. The fact of having to manage like a food bar and a hydration bar is enough for me to say I don't want to. And then just all the tedious chores that come with that just kind of take away from doing other gameplay for me it draws me away from the game. Hightail is my thing style-wise. I'm not in the art direction, which is a big no for me. Somebody's working on a 16-bit texture pack for Hightail. I saw some images of earlier today, and it looks good. I think 32-bit is where they should land, because I think if they go 16-bit, too many people are going to think they're copying Minecraft. But there is already a 32-bit texture pack for Hightail that is pretty sick. The artist did a really good job scaling them down. But yeah, I think there's I think 64-bit in a voxel game is just it's a little too much detail into blocks that feels off to me compared to like the blocky shape that you have in the world. Looks like one of those hyper realistic Minecraft texture packs where they just put like a a realistic picture of a cow on a cow's face, but it's still a Minecraft cow body. Is there any lore behind the Nether City? It's gonna be like we're gonna kind of make like subway and trolley systems that at the end of them will be like the different portals and things that get us into the overworld. But as far as like lore officially connecting it, no. But I do want to make some like billboards in here that are going to be like, come visit the lovely pools at Tough Hall. So maybe that means like the cyberpunk city is like in the future or something like that. Like there'll be references to the things, because like Tough Hall, I want to make these. If you played World of Warcraft, you've probably seen it in Dornogal. But there's big like pools, and there's all these dwarves like hanging out in these like hot spring pools. I want to try and make some like that for Tough Hall. They're like magical restorative pools that you can go bathe in. So I thought that could be kind of fun as like a random element to add into Tough Hall. So I thought we could do like some advertisement boards that would look like they're advertising places in the world, like visit the library at New Papyrus or something like that. Enroll at the Foliage University. That could be kind of fun to see if we can make like an 8-bit version of the Foliage University logo, like the school logo that's on the sweatshirts. That could be kind of cool to throw up on a big billboard somewhere. Pickaxe durability, it's at 255. We're good for now. We can do a whole nother line probably. But thank you. Hey Ryan, welcome on in. Did your texture pack change anything other than the leaf blocks? Yeah, pretty much every foliage block has been changed in my texture pack to summer guard. Whether it's adding variations to it or tweaking colors or whatever. Or some are even full overhauls like the allium. Need more likes, y'all? Yeah, we do. Make ads like in Cyberpunk 2077, then lose your family friendly status. I was thinking about like jokingly doing okay, let's go to Cyberpunk 2077 and get some inspiration for this build, and then do like and I've blurred every single image on the screen that is not safe for work, so and then just like have the entire screen blurred except for one little point. I thought that could be like a really funny bit for a thing. But no, I don't really want to lose my family-friendly status by showing Cyberpunk 2077. Or we just put like an emoji of a duck over every single thing that is not family-friendly on there. And just cover the entire screen with ducks. Actually, I wonder if there's a Cyberpunk family-friendly mod. There isn't a single family-friendly mod for Cyberpunk 2077, according to Google AI. Oh my god, there's one of the top Google searches is, can you make Cyberpunk 2077 kid-friendly? And apparently you can turn off gore and nudity, making the game playable for children. I don't know if turning off just those two things makes Cyberpunk 2077 playable for children. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. I think there's a few more steps to just turning off gore and nudity to make Cyberpunk 2077 playable for children. Like, what age children are we talking about here? Because that's pretty ambiguous, children. Some of the missions are... Yeah, the fact that there's many storylines based around brothels and clubs. Yeah, I don't know, man. "20-year-old children." Yeah, I feel like most video games, like, definitely, like, it's always up to the kid's parents' choice before the kid turns 18, obviously. But, like, a lot of the mature games, I feel like, are okay for kids to play. Cyberpunk is not one of them. Like, I think the game is great, and if you are okay with mature topics, I think the game is worth playing. I don't think it's I don't think it's ever anything that I would stream. There's a lot of very strong language in it, and there's a lot of consistent themes that would not be for your average Minecraft viewer. Actually, the average Minecraft viewer is in their 20s now, so. I just prefer keeping my channel as a place that is family friendly. Cartoon Network family friendliness is always the goal. Exploring Night City for the first time was so fun for me. I still open it up every once in a while, and I got that new patch came out where they added a new car that's like fast. It's faster than what the previous fastest car was in the game, and it has like a whole built-in weapon system to it, like some of the cars, but like so this is like the best of the best pretty much for a
like
small car.
The streamer possible has candy.
I do have candy. I'm not sharing. Get your own candy. But so I just like, I'll boot up every once in a while and just go roam the streets when I'm trying to find build ideas for this build. And it's so fun. I just jump on the highway and I'll just like turn on one of the radio stations in game because their music is pretty dang good. They pulled a GTA radio station where there's some of the music is just a bop. But yeah, I need to replay it. I played it when everyone thought it was awful. Oh, if you haven't played the Phantom Liberty DLC, that is some of the best quest lines in the game. I really like the Phantom Liberty DLC. I've been kind of thinking about starting a new playthrough on Cyberpunk, and I don't often replay through big RPG games like that. But I'm also in the middle of Baldur's Gate 3. I'm officially in Act 2. I did it. I finished Act 1, y'all. Be proud of me. Thank you. I don't know if mentioned, my character was like super weak.
Share. We'll give likes ;_fWhip
Retracted the message. Ninja, thank you for the donuts. When did you get Minecraft? Such a short name. You must have been early. I bought Minecraft back in 2011, but I didn't get this name. No, why would somebody else pick the name fWhip? You know? I had the name fWhipcraft for like 2 years before I moved it to fWhip. And it wasn't even because somebody else had it, but the only platform I've not been able to get my name on is Twitter. And actually Instagram. I had to, but Instagram is because I didn't make an Instagram for my account, of like my official account, for too long, and somebody tried making a fake fWhip account. So I could have had it if I was smart and made one early, but there is some random person on Twitter with the @fWhip handle, and their account's been deactivated for years. But I've reached out to Twitter support multiple times trying to get the handle, and they're like, nope, still hasn't been long enough. I'm like... And then the latest response was, if you want to pay for verification, we'd be happy to give you that handle for as long as you're verified. I was like, I'm not giving you guys $5.99 a month just to give me the fWhip handle name. I don't want to give Twitter any money, actually. I don't want to use Twitter. There's just no better option than Twitter, unfortunately. I don't know. Is Blue Sky still alive? Do people use Blue Sky? Is there anybody on there still? I really wanted to get into Blue Sky, and I tried for a while, and I felt like there's just nobody was on it. It felt like another one of those, like, what's that Instagram one, Threads, that came up? Where it was like, Threads was like the fastest growing social media platform ever, and 3 weeks later it was dead. A lot of people use Blue Sky. X now, it's Twitter. I refuse to call it X. X is such a stupid name. So my fave Twitter artist moved there so I can check it. So I check it here and there. Yeah. Maybe I'll have to start Blue Sky again. I still have it on my phone. I just don't have to do it. It's X? No. I refuse. I am hopeful that Europe is talking about banning it soon, or a few European countries. I know. I'm hopeful that a lot of that goes through. I would love for Twitter to actually have to fix stuff on their website. That would be lovely for them to be held accountable. That stuff that's going on with the edit image, just like instantly built into the app to where you can just have Grok AI image generation anybody's image that is posted on Instagram or on Twitter right now. It's just, that is terrible, dude. Yeah, I feel like you're right, Jonah. Every single time somebody calls it X, they're always like, X, previously Twitter. Like, no, just call it Twitter still. Told you about the game since it wasn't big then. One of my buddies in high school was playing Minecraft on the browser.
Building my
he told me about it.
In Minecraft while watching one of my favorite creative content creators. Yes, please.
Oh, Osama, thank you for the 40 months. That sounds like a fun project. Enjoy. Have so much fun. Parted ways with most social media accounts in September. I couldn't stand the toxic BS anymore. I only open up social media to post. I do a Reddit scroll every once in a while, but I'm very much trying to cut down on all my social media scrolling. I'll open social media, I'll post whatever I'm posting, and then I'm closing it down. Maybe I'll check the replies and things on it, but for the most part, I'm sending a post and I'm closing the app. I feel like there's social media when you're like just the average user, and then there's also, which can have a lot of toxicity into it, just depending on what is served on your feed. And like, I get all of that stuff too, but then there's also a lot of the toxicity that you get from being a creator, that a lot of people feel that they can just say anything and everything to content creators. Like, I get some weird messages from people all the time on Twitter. Twitter's the worst about it. So those are that's usually a little bit like hate this. So the more of that, like if anybody's like sent me a DM and it's been like, why does fWhip never respond? Mostly it's because it's probably drowned out by all the weirdos sending DMs and just being creepy. Yeah, I did a follower purge a while ago, and it was good. But now you just get suggested tweets that are popular and whatnot. And it's like, not fun. Oh, dude, I couldn't imagine running for a public office. I never want that level of publicity ever in my life. My life is public enough being a content creator. I could never imagine wanting to run for a public office. You got to be a special type of person to want to be in any form of government nowadays. I feel like it's very much up there with like that CEO mentality of like, it takes a very special type of person to want to be a CEO, and usually it's not for a lot of good traits. Like, there's so many CEOs out there who are just, they're doing it because they love to be the center of attention, but there's probably so many candidates who would be so much better at the job. They're just sane enough that they don't want the job. So you have to get somebody who's crazy enough to think, like, there has to be some level of narcissism in it for somebody to be like, no, I need to be the person leading this company. Only I can make the decisions that are going to make this company successful. Like, that's what it takes to be a CEO. And there has to be some level of, no, I am the best of the best ever to do this in order to do it successfully. And it doesn't mean that they're actually are the best for it. They're just the one who thinks that they are. Yeah, Liz, that is weird. I think also being famous is unhealthy because you get too much attention, even if it's positive. Such a weird concept for us primitive apes. I mean, I think, like, there are ways to handle it in a healthy way, but it really does come down to the type of attention you're getting. Even if it is positive or negative, whatever, that's not really the root of it, I feel like, that causes the problem. Oh, that's not, I want to press that. More of the problems that I find with the attention, at least, are like I mean, I would say, like, I'm not Hollywood famous, but like in the Minecraft circle, I am famous. Like not most, but like a good portion of Minecrafters know my channel name. Whether they know me or not, they know of my channel. And like, that's a cool thing, but also, like, in the grand scheme of things in the world, like, I can still easily walk around and pretty safely nobody's gonna notice me, or nobody's gonna point and be like, oh my god, that's fWhip, which is great. I love that. That's perfect. I can still have some level of privacy. But it's more of when you get into that level of fame that I feel like, where you lose your sense of privacy, where people think that you are there to feed them content, whether you're in person, like they're running up to you on a street or something like that. Granted, a lot of them feed into it, but you look at like Kai, he gets mobbed. Like, he has such a large security team traveling with him everywhere in the world. Granted, his content kind of builds on that type of energy a lot of the times, and that's part of his brand now. But there's a lot of like really unsafe situations he gets put in because fans are so crazy that they just want to be featured in anything and everything he does because they like worship him or something. I don't really know. So it's an interesting one. Like, I think there's healthy ways to handle that. Like, there have been people throughout all of history that have been famous or whatever. Just depends on the size of the circle you're looking at. As much as we might nowadays be like, oh yeah, you have 1 million followers, yeah, you're super famous. But back in the day, when your total people that you knew across a country that you lived in was a few 100,000 people, and then you're like, oh my god, this person is the king, they're known by everybody, blah blah blah, when in reality it's only a few 100,000 people, but like, they have all of that fame and everything to them. Or a symbol that they carry around, and everybody's like, oh my god, that's the king, or that's the chief, or blah 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 blah. But yeah, I don't know. I think it all comes down to how you handle it and how you go through it. There's definitely different levels of fame, and there's different levels of good or bad with it. Like, I think there's something that for me has been a net positive is the amount of confidence that I've gained in myself by being a content creator. I kind of always felt like that kind of awkward kid on the sidelines who was like, yeah, everybody else is kind of interested in other things. When in reality, there's a lot of people that were interested in the same thing I'm interested in. I just wasn't in the same circle as them. It was a similar version of, like, if you were the awkward kid in high school and you didn't really have a whole lot of friends, and suddenly you get to college and you pick the major that you want to do, and you're like, oh my God, I have friends because there's people that want to do the thing that I want to do here. That is then, like, it's a little bit of that feeling. If anybody's had that experience, I know I had that a little bit when I got to college. Of met a bunch of my friends, and then was like, I had a small group of friends in high school, but getting to college, I definitely was like, oh my God, no, like my friend circle has grown so much because there's a lot more people that do what I want to do. Watch out the pickaxe. Yeah, I'm watching it. It's not a Honda. But thank you. So I think there's definitely confidence that can be gained from it, but it's definitely not all like pure net positive. There's also a lot of anxiety and everything that comes with it too.
Cha-ching!
And Jan, thank you for the gift, member. Appreciate you. All right, we can't break careful. I said careful. College is so much more socially chill than high school. I feel like a lot of it is just that college, you can take the classes you want to take, so you're going to find people who mostly have interests that overlap with you. I mean, outside of GEs that everybody has to take. But it's also more or less a larger pool of people depending on the college you go to. Like, the size of my high school was like 10 times when I went to college. So then the people who were in my class itself was then 10 times the size too. So like that made it a lot easier to purely on a numbers game of you'll find people that if you try, you'll find people that have the same interests as you. And also at least for me, I lived on campus, so I was forced to be there all the time instead of going home, to where I just didn't interact with people. Also in college, people who think school's jail do not show up at all. Oh yeah. You can find people whose interests overlap with you. You can also find that crowd if you want to in college, where you find people who barely go to class or anything like that. Like there was one fraternity on my campus that was pretty famous for that. As a European, I can't wrap my head around the size of the college as high school sports facilities. Yeah, there's some of the colleges in the South that, like, isn't it Alabama? Their football stadium can seat like 120,000 people, is it? Or is it 80,000? But like some of the largest stadiums in the world for sporting events are U.S. college football stadiums. Just absurd. The amount of people that are just hooked on supporting those. It's either like Alabama or Ole Miss. I can't remember which one, but they're massive. Also, college football, I feel like I enjoy college football a lot more than I enjoy like watching the NFL. One, because it's so much cheaper to go, and I still have a great time. But dude, like going to a Seahawks game, even when they're bad, is still like, per person, you're out like $400. And that's even with like getting like nosebleed seats. It's absurd how expensive NFL football games are now. Whereas you can go to a Husky game, and if you want to sit in like nosebleeds, you're like $40. Does stone go well with pale moss? It can, yeah. Go from pale moss to tough to mossy cobblestone to cobblestone to andesite and then stone. Get free tickets to my school sporting events. That was a nice part about college too, is yeah, you could get free tickets to the games. What are nosebleed seats? Very, very high up in the stadium. You're so high up in the air that you're getting a nosebleed from the altitude. Is the idea of a nosebleed seat. Because it actually is possible if you're up there on like a really cold day or a really windy day or something, you actually can get a nosebleed. Like a bloody nose. Yeah, like way, way up to where you're like, you can touch the roof, you know? Makes sense? Yeah. It's kind of fun being up there sometimes. I know a lot of people for like baseball games will buy those, and then there's a lot of times like standing room only bars that are down at like closer level, so you buy like the nosebleed just to like get you into the stadium, and then you just go sit at the bar the entire time and watch the game with everybody else doing that, and it's kind of like a standing party instead of sitting up in your seat. Dude, I was quick on that one. This is gonna be really nice to have this opened up. I'm very, very excited for this to be done. Or move down when not crowded. Yeah, you wait for everybody to leave in like the 7th or 8th inning, and then you just jump on down. I would say one of the ones where like getting a higher seat is not too terrible. We've had some pretty high seats going to a hockey game, and that actually wasn't too bad because you can just see the whole ice rink the entire time. So it's pretty easy, and so you can kind of see all of the action instead of just like what's on your half. Personally love going to hockey games. Stadiums are big, but they're not that crazy. Yeah. And you can wear a sweatshirt without getting overheated. Super nice. And you're inside. Even better. The baseball stadium in Seattle can close, but the football stadium, soccer stadium, like where all that stuff is played, does not close. And how they thought that was okay in Seattle, where both of those have games during the rainy seasons and not all of the seats are covered. Dude, the amount of people that just go to those games and just sit in like a poncho the entire time and just freeze their butt off as they're slowly getting soaked through after paying a few $100s for a ticket to be there. Like, no, man, I'll watch from home, or I'll go to a bar and watch from there. Order a nice warm plate of food. Whip, is the open space in your Wither Scaly farm going to be also part of the city, or is it going to stay wide open? It's going to stay wide open, but we're gonna basically do like a perimeter wall around the entire thing eventually, TM. So that you can see, like, it's already kind of, it's gonna go to there for now. But I do want to take it that way, but unfortunately we're gonna have to push this back and out around that whole thing because it comes up pretty close to the ledge, just because we can't have any light casting onto that or it'll limit the spawns. But I also kind of want to use it as a big wall that we can block those blazes that are spawning in that side space and all that, because they're just annoying. So all of that around the entire perimeter is going to be like full spawn proofed. We had 2 hockey games on last night. Both teams we rooted for lost. Oh no. Kind of love being a football wife. There you go, small one. There you go. I'm in for watching football games for the food. But I know enough about football to like understand most of the rules. I have some family members who and friends that are big into it. So like I understand most US popular sports, at least enough to watch a game and know what's going on. And like the basics of the rules to like explain it to somebody else. But I don't know like all the little technicalities of everything. Hockey is probably the one I'm learning the most, but I feel like I'm catching the gist of it pretty quick. I have not watched a basketball game in a long time ago. And though I've heard there's rumors of Seattle is potentially going to be getting a new basketball team. I so hope they get the Sonics name back for it. But man, I would love to go to basketball games again. I loved going to Sonics games as a kid. I think I want to try and go to a Sounders game or two this year, soccer. We do have tickets for the World Cup, which will be fun because we have tickets here in Seattle too, which would be really cool. I'm a big NBA watcher. Horrible times to watch though from Europe. Yeah, the evening games. Yeah, you're either staying up late or always catching the second day. Okay, so later we can fly up there and just keep carving up. Every time you call it soccer, I dive inside. That's what it's called in the US, my friend. And if you would like to Google where the soccer origin name came from, it's from the UK. The UK turned it back to football at some point in time. You can't be mad at us when the UK made it up. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, go chop your trees. Go chop your trees. You have housing decorations to go get. Come on now. We can be mad at both of them. Cool. All right. There's a lot of layers down. That's kind of fun being able to see the tree above it. We're almost halfway through it. Not quite, but almost. That is going to be really cool having that all the way broken in. It's like being able to get the full shot of the tree from up here instead of having to like come on. I still think this is going to be the better angle overall just for the screenshot because that's going to be sick. But I'll be honest, what I'm really gearing towards for the screenshot for the thumbnail is going to be like somewhere right in here. We got to get rid of that cobblestone line, but yes. Progress. And we still have so much left to do. There's so much in here, y'all. Thankfully, a lot of it is stuff that like we can generate or we just have. We are going to have to go destroy a trial chamber for a bunch of copper, though. That part's not going to be fun. I think I have... Well, I have tree farms, so... All the trees won't be bad. Only 3 stacks end rods. I think I might have those already. The dark prismarine, that'll be kind of a pain. I'm trying to look at... Like, honey blocks might be a pain, but maybe the farm... Ooh, I probably should go craft up the farm while we're here. I think I'm going to do 114 digging, nether digging 2. Yeah, Rhymed, I make no claims to understand why the US does certain things. I feel like that if I try and understand why the US does certain things, it's only going to make my head hurt. So I try and just continue on and not understanding, and it's working out okay. Ninja, and thanks for hanging. You have a good one, all right? How we doing? Ooh. All right, who's out? Ooh. It's first 2 that are... That, and then we'll do boom, 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 boom. Okay, that's mostly ready to go. Sweet. Well, there's over a stack, so we're getting there already. Oh, well, there's extra bottles we can throw in. Cool. Okay. That'll be that. Where's that beacon come from? Is that the... Oh, that is! Wow! I always forget that, like, I'm like... It's, like, this area is just right into the Wither Skeleton farm. Doing brutalism architecture? Within the concept of, like, what we're doing here in the cyberpunk, there's a little bit of, like, a brutalism to it. But not, like, a ton. Are these starting to age? No, they really haven't started aging yet. But there's a little bit of brutalism toning in here. But yeah, I know it could be fun to experiment with some brutalist stuff some more. I feel like down there we have a little bit of it, just kind of all those like big blocky shapes and things. Ooh, I forgot we still need to clear that. Well, we'll finish clearing that first, and then we'll clear that because that's got to dig. Making sure I'm gonna actually land on land. Like that, we need to... This is actually a lot of digging, dude. That's gonna be that's a huge section that needs to be dug out. That'll be fun. Eventually, yeah, because that needs to come... Oh, God. Yeah, that needs to come, like, all the way up here. We basically draw a line coming out. And we take all that down. Oh, God, that's like a... And then all the way over to there. And that. But that'll come down when we're digging this chunk in. That's going to come down to here. We'll cut that off. Then this needs to basically be part of that huge chunk. Woohoo! That's going to be a big one. Okay, well, that's fine. That's for next time. Well, next time we'll be finishing that guy. But then we start the city. Slowly. We're going to be resource gathering for this thing for a bunch here. But, my friends, thank you so very much for being here today. I really do appreciate it. Just a quick reminder for the stream watchers. There will be no streams next week. I am going to be out of town. So I'm going to be off on a little holiday vacation with the fam. And we'll be back again the week after. But with that, there's a new video coming next Thursday on the main channel. New video coming next Friday on the second channel. And a new short coming out next Saturday on the main channel. So we got a few things in the queue that'll be coming out over here. So I really do appreciate y'all. Thank you so very much for hanging with me while I take a little bit of time to slow time, and we'll ramp back up to the year, get really going on all this cool stuff here. So thank you so very much, everybody, for being a part of it and being a part of the community and all that cool stuff and keeping this a really cool, positive, fun place to be. We're going to send a raid over to Mandolin over on the Twitch side, because why not? And with that, my friends, I hope you all have a wonderful week next week, and I'll catch you all on the flip side. Bye!